No? Okay. Sino ho? Okay? One. Just introduce ko. Your members of the group, names lang, and the school. Okay, ikaw na po mag-ano.
Good morning, everyone. We are from Tuguegarao City Science High School. I am Ma'am Rochelle Kawilan, and at my right is Ma'am Loresa, Ma'am Janet, Ma'am Juvis. At my left, Ma'am Sheila, Ma'am Evelyn, agad guwapa na Ma'am Vanessa. At my back, Sir Johnston and Sir Lakpay. So, Tuguegarao City Science High School is a peculiar school in Tuguegarao City because we have students who are mathematically inclined and scientifically inclined. And the teachers in Tugsay are like video. Hindi, boys and teens. The quality you can trust. Thank you so much.
The quality you can trust. Okay. So, meron po silang mga specific term for the schools that to define the schools. We find ways. Okay, next talk.
Okay, good morning everyone. We came from International School of Asia in the Pacific. So I'm Mr. Alfonso Garcia. I'm here with Ma'am Lani, Ma'am Bernadette, Ma'am Carmina, and Ma'am Christina pa. So in International School of Asia in the Pacific, we always have the culture of excellence. At para kaming glow, go lang ng go.
Okay. We find ways, okay. The quality you can trust, the voice and face, and then you have the glow, go lang and go. Okay, sir? The way sorry. Okay, so we'll go on this side na. Okay, so we'll start from the back. Okay, ho. From the back. Dito ho. Sino ang speaker for the group?
Good morning, everyone. We are from the adjacent school of this school, Cagayan National High School, builder of countless achievers. We have Ma'am Martina, Engineer Mark Sumbilio, Sir Alec, Ma'am Marites Pascual, Ma'am Ivy Madrid, Ma'am Sheila Pulawitan, and yours truly, Ma'am Jovia Gomez. Yes. And next, dito ho.
Oh, okay. It's for every school one.
Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. I'm Arven Angelo Indong, and yung kasama ko po si Ma'am Ana Hambrino. We are from Gatara National Grade School po. Committed to make life works. Yan po yung ano eh.
Committed to?
Make life works.
Committed to make life work. Builders of countless achievers. Okay, any other? From here ho. Pinakilala ko mo? Siya lang. Kayo ho.
Hindi siya nagbagan, you know.
Kailangan iba naman tayo.
Bukit National Agricultural and Technical School, Bukit Mapari.
Okay.
Yun po.
Sino ang member niyo? Magkahapos kayo. Okay. Apari Cagayan. Okay.
Good morning po. I'm your Grace Primo Forum from Enrile Vocational High School.
Good morning po. I am Mrs. Mirna M. Tagal from Tapian Elementary School, Solana South District.
Ay, iba talaga kayo.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Joyce Ambabag from 12 Vocational and Technical School with Mami Bon Paredes, my
Dito. Dito.
Good morning po. I'm Martes Bilimon from Gonzaga National High School.
Good morning to everyone. I'm John David Medrano from Akari East National High School.
Good morning everyone. Angel Pereira II from Cagayan National High School.
Dito po.
Good morning everyone. I am Eva B. Lagasca from Abulog National Rural Educational School.
Good morning to everyone. I'm Mr. Jalimar D. Castaneda, a new science teacher, senior high school teacher at Cagayan National Agricultural School, Santa Margarita. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. From the northwest tip of Cagayan, Abulog. I'm with Ma'am Cathy Pasis, Sir Mark Anthony Telan, Mr. Glenn Mendoza, and yours truly, Mrs. Margie P. Ronquillo. Good morning.
Sige ho, dito ho.
Good morning, everyone. So I am Tessie Emiliare, and together with me, Ma'am Mary Jane Angeles from Bagao National High School.
Good morning everyone. I'm Jovelyn Bangayan from Akari School of Arts and Trade.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dolores A. Ibang, representing Magallanes National High School of Enrique Cagayan. Nalolo po ng pagululunan. Okay, next.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Cassius P. Madrid, and together with me are my co-teachers in the junior high school, Ma'am Divine Grace Lico, Sir William Laja, and Sir Renato Segundo. Our school is Calogan National High School from Gataran. Based from my calculation, it is 61 kilometers away from Tuguegarao. Okay? And our school is identified as a divisional leader school in project invention. So yearly po kami ini-invite to present our project internationally. Ang aming pong inventor ay si Sir William Laja. Para kami Jollibee. Sabi ko sana napkin, pero baka maano tayo ma-offend. Kasi naka-video ako, oh. Sigaran tayong lahat.
Why Jollibee?
Bida ang saya, ma'am. Masaya lang po kayo dito.
Next na. Sino? Pakibigay mo naman.
Ay, akala ko ako na pong mag-present sa kanilang lahat.
A blessed morning to all. I am Joanna Bisiruno, Dilon, participant of Lalo National High School. Lalo National High School. Ang tagline is parang land bank. We help our students grow. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I'm Sharon Tigalura and Ma'am Rafael Avila from Disariote Porda Senior National High School, Dalaya Extension and Main Campus.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ma'am Reg Marmat. Actually, this is my third seminar for this week.
Wow!
And at the same venue.
At the same venue here.
Yeah, last Wednesday I was
What was the
here.
seminar then?
It's all about...
Yeah. So I
Nakalimutan niya na ako kaagad.
Sabi ng seminar. I attended another seminar yesterday, that's why. So I'm the sole science teacher of Cagayan National High School, Division of Tuguegarao City. Mag-isa pero maaasahan.
Eto ho, dito ho. Sino ang speaker for the group?
We are three participants from the Western Cagayan School of Arts and Trades. With me are Dr. Ethel Enguyan and Mr. Carly Diguyan.
Saan gano'ng kalayo?
It's more than 60 kilometers away from Tuguegarao.
Good morning to all. I am Mr. Rani, the Science Coordinator of the Lanamar District. Yes, ma'am.
Morning everyone, I'm Ryan Marbatong Palatao from Demo National High School in
Meron ba sa kanila?
Thank you very much.
Saglit po, ma'am. Sino yung dalawang bago?
Introduce nyo yung school nyo and the participants.
Hello everyone, good morning. I am Naomi Panagsagan from University of Cagayan Valley. I am a researcher and this is my first time to attend the training and workshop.
Good morning everyone. I'm Shara Joy Palatao from University of Cagayan Valley. I am a research enumerator from Research Office.
I give the microphone now to our MC moderator.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the National Academy of Science and Technology Philippines and DOST Region 2, I would like to welcome you in today's event entitled Seminar Workshop on Enhancing the Research, Thesis Writing, Teaching Capabilities of Special Science School Teachers in Region 2. This activity, being organized by NAST Philippines, is part of the NAST program, Research Upgrading and Performance Evaluation, which aims to improve the scientific productivity of the national R&D system and to improve the productivity and international visibility of the country's science and technology community. I am Ms. Sarah Jane G. Macarubo, your host for today. To start the program, let us all stand for the invocation to be followed by the singing of the Philippine National Anthem. be seated. To formally start the program, may I call on Dr. Maribel L. Domingo Sese, focal person of the previous OYSI and the professor at the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, to give us the opening remarks. Let us all give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Sarah Jane. Magandang umaga ho sa ating lahat. I'm very happy that you are here today. I have known already the schools you are representing as well as the individual names of the participants who are here. I'm very happy with the tagline. So most of the school may Land Bank, may Boys and Paint, may Jollibee, may Globe, and so forth. This seminar workshop on enhancing the research or thesis writing teaching capabilities of special science teachers is actually meant for all of you. Okay, in behalf of the Outstanding Young Scientists Incorporated, of which I am the focal person of this workshop, and together with my colleagues here, 2 of them are here. Mga dilawan ho kami, okay? And we have also another set of OEC colleagues in the other side in gymnasium, because we are holding this seminar workshop simultaneous with another one, which started yesterday. And that training workshop is specifically for SUCs and LGUs, research institution, because that is actually meant for research proposal writing. I'd like to know kung sino yung naka-attend yesterday ng training workshop na yon. Ito yung mga group na kayo yun. Yung nandun sa okay. Then, actually, the OEC, or Outstanding Young Scientists Incorporated, is actually a close group of somehow researchers, scientists, and close in a sense that it is not by nomination, the application or nomination application to become a member of the group, but rather we are actually awardees of what we call the National Academy of Science and Technology, which is actually based in Bikutan. Okay, so we have members in different regions of the country, and we have members here at Region 2, but those are coming from Nueva Vizcaya State University. Okay, darating mo sila because they will be included as speakers for today. So, we are awardees in the sense that before we attain the age of 40, we have, kasi 40 ho, to be considered as young, and at the same time outstanding in that sense because of your credentials in a way, or your publications in terms of research, you should be at least below 40 years old. So we received the award before we got the age of 40. So if you have colleagues, if you have somehow relatives who try to pursue career in science, try to aim for this award, because this is somehow nationally represented and at the same time internationally recognized. Ang gusto ko talagang word sa association namin, organization namin, is the word young. We will forever remain young as long as we are a member of the Outstanding Young Scientists Incorporated. I am the focal person of these 2 seminar workshops, which are being held simultaneously. I would like to present the other ones who are with me here. Dr. Ruel Suralta from Philippine Rice Research Institute, based in Nueva Ecija. He will be the speaker on designing the methodologies. And then we have Dr. Richard Lemense, writing the results. Okay. Dr. Richard Lemense from Far Eastern University. He is the youngest in our group. Okay. And he will talk about the statistics and method design and data analysis, which I'm sure you're very much looking forward to. Okay. Now, so these are the 2 activities that are being conducted by OEC in conjunction with our host institution, okay, which is actually DOST, the different regions of DOST. I would like to thank the staff of DOST and STII, our photographer here, okay, for always being with us in this training workshop. Sila na rin ho yata nag-video for this training workshop and seminar workshop. This is only a one-day seminar workshop. Unlike the other training workshop we are conducting now at the gymnasium there, that is for 2 days. Okay, when I envisioned to propose this seminar workshop to our mother institution, National Academy of Science and Technology, at first I have in mind that it would be, perhaps since this is essentially to enhance the capability of high school students to do research, iniisip ko noon, siguro that ang unang naisip ko would be for the participants would be the high school students. But then on a second thought, I thought that perhaps high school students come and go, but it is actually the science teachers who will remain to guide their students. So I said it would be best that this seminar workshop would be specifically for the science teachers, so you can effectively guide your high school students in terms of their performance of scientific activities, specifically their science investigatory project. Ang gusto ko talaga namin is marami sa mga high school students to go on a career in science. Kaya nga ang NAST, aside from this seminar workshop, we are also conducting symposium for the youth. Doon ho, talaga mga high school students ang tinatarget namin, and we would like them to pursue career in math, career in agriculture, basic biology, botany, and so forth, fisheries, and so that ma-increase po naman ang mga scientists in our country. Kasi they are lesser known compared to the artists. Okay, and of course, the social media practitioners. No? Okay, now, ang gusto kong, you have the different taglines na sinabi kanina from the different schools. Iba, I heard na marami nga. But then, I would like to have also these taglines. Hugot lines, okay? That perhaps will help you encourage your students to somehow do the research. Okay? I'm sure mga senior high school students ba ang tinuturuan nyo? Yes, okay. So, para mo nyo ma-encourage ang mga estudyante to pursue research in science investigatory project, not because it is required, but for them to have an interest on the matter. I-compare nyo lang po siya sa lab life. Okay. Actually, doing research is much more better. It's better, more somehow fulfilling compared to a lab life. Although lab life is also very much fulfilling. Okay, I don't mean that way. But nevertheless, ano ang masasabi namin na somehow differences between a lab life and doing research? First of all, sabi nga ho ng aming previous president, Dr. Glenn Gregorio, who made these taglines, buti pa daw ho ang research dinedefend. Okay. Buti pa daw ho ang research may ethical considerations. And that is a topic that I'm going to discuss later on. Buti pa ho ang research may significant levels because you're going to look at how to do the statistics. Okay. Buti pa ho ang research may clear and specific objectives, which are included in the introduction. Okay. Yung lab life po, but objectives din yan. Pero some of them are not very clear. But dito, clear. Bago kayo makagawa ng research, dapat specific and clear ang objectives. Okay? Hindi siya overarching goals. Okay. Now, buti pa rin po ang research, and this is what is usually done. May proposal. Okay. Kasi yung iba ho, wala na, nagkakaintindihan lang. Sige, MU na tayo. Buti pa ho ang research. May budget. Okay. Bago mga kailangan mo ang budget to do a research. And, second to the last, buti pa ho ang research, may conclusion. Okay. Oo, may closure. May closure yan. May closure yan always. Kasi you have to finish the research in the specific span of time. And the last, buti pa ho ang research, publishable. Hindi tinatago. Okay. So yun ho ang somehow sabihin nyo sa mga estudyante nyo, sa students, when they do research, so that they can be encouraged to do research. This is a one-day seminar workshop. Though I think you have seen the two who came here, Nakayalo din ho. These are the two speakers from Nueva Vizcaya State University, Dr. Willie Domale, nandun sila, and Dr. Jessie Vitor. And you know them a bit later on because they're going to talk on the topics assigned in the program. I mean, specifically written in the program. So you have this one-day seminar workshop. I know it, sabi nga ni Ma'am, seminar fatigue na siya. Okay? But this is only for one day. But in other regions, we have been conducting this in the different regions of the Philippines. And some high school teachers are saying, one day is not enough. But I think for now, we are holding this only for one day. Later on, perhaps when we have more time, we can do it for 2 days because ang iniisip ko after the presentation that we have in here, kayo naman mo ang magsasalita because we want to know also just some science investigatory project of your students so that we can guide them later on kung anong mas mabuti. Yun kasi ang ginagawa sa kabila. Yung mga participants namin kahapon, sila ngayon ang nagpe-present ng proposal. Para dito, but that perhaps next time when we come here in Region 2, Cagayan Valley region. This is actually the first time we are holding this in the region. Second time for research proposal writing, because the first time we had it at Nueva Vizcaya. And ang gusto ko lang ho, may we all find this one-day seminar workshop physically refreshing, but at the same time, intellectually rewarding. I hope you gain more and you'll have somehow later on, we'll have feedbacks from you on how we can still improve this workshop. So let us all have a good time while learning and at the same time interacting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sese. To know more about the DOST and its projects, join me in welcoming Mr. Mark Hill Quezon, DOST Science Research Specialist 2. Let's give him a round of applause.
Hello, good morning. Thank you, Ma'am Sarah. Napakutusan lang po ako ha. Medyo. Dahil tayo masunuring sundalo, pasensya na po. Our director right now is resting pa. Napagod for how many days na. Pero I believe may meron siya nandun siya sa mga ibang activities po namin. Simultaneous kasi yung atin. We are, right now, we're conducting 3 activities simultaneously. Okay. So, before I present our presentation, nakita ko kasi rito kanina, yung mga attendees pala are all special science teachers. Special science school teachers, no? So, pati pala ngayon, science teachers, may special na. Kala ko yung pansit lang ng Tuguegarao. Okay.
Special sila para sa amin.
Oh, very special, of course. Kaso, walang Cagayan State University, no? Wala nang high school kasi ang CSU eh. Wala nang high school. CSU. Graduate po kasi ako ng Cagayan State University, Lab High. Bago lang, 2018. Okay. So, the title of our presentation is Exceeding Limits, Unfolding SNT Stories. Our vision, to be the lead STI hub for fair and excellent service. So, very clear naman po kung ano po yung aming maitutulong at mapaganda ang environment ng SNT dito sa Region 2. Just let us know to serve you better
our mission, which is to provide central direction in the collaborative development and utilization of STI in building smarter and resilient communities. So hopefully, kasama kayo dyan na magbuo ng aming mission na to. Nang sa ganon, mapadali po yung ating trabaho. No? Yung ating resources dito sa Region 2, ma-maximize, hindi tayo watak-watak, hindi tayo kanya-kanya, magkakaibang school tayo, iisa lang naman yung region na ating pinagsiservan. Nakatira tayo sa Cagayan Valley. So, maganda yung may competition, pero ultimately, let's join hands together in producing quality students. Nakunin ko ang inyong mga tagline po ninyo, gaganda. How I wish yung tagline namin mas maganda yata. Joke. Our core values, techie, teamwork, excellence, parang sa inyo rin, competence, commitment, and integrity. So, humility aside, ang Region 2 po is a judge for 4 consecutive years na, hopefully maging 5, as best regional office ng DOST sa buong Pilipinas. So, salamat po sa inyo. Yan po ay dahil sa pagkikipagtulungan po ninyo, hindi lang magagawa po ng DOST yun kung wala po kayo na partners namin na tumutulong, lalong-lalo na dito yung NAST, yung mga OIS, no? So, yaktin niyo po ngayong araw na to kasi ilang scientists po ang nandito, mga different batches ng mga OIS, outstanding yung scientists from 2004, si Sir Willie, yung VP ng ating Vizcaya State University. Siguro yan, mga 2005. No? So, i-maximize nyo po yung kanilang presence. Yung mga lectures nila, siguraduhin ninyong buha natin yung kanilang mga ituturo at huwag natin hayaan na pumunta lang tayo dito para mag-attend or mag-comply dahil natusan tayo ng principal. Okay? True science for us is, for the people, is the science that reaches them. So, regardless of status, ano man yan, mayaman man yan, mahirap man yan, may pinag-aralan mo hindi, dapat ang siyensya na naaabot sila. Okay, so first, I would like to discuss the flagship program of DOST, which is the setup. So for those of you who are into business or engaged into business, existing, no? Please, 2 years. Or for those na may kilala na may negosyo. So ito po yung sa mga programa namin na para sa inyo, yung Small Enterprise Technology Upgrading Program. So dito po, nagpapahiram po ang DOST pag sa level po ng region, dito sa regional level po, hanggang 3 million pesos. No? Para sa inyong upgrading ng inyong businesses. So, 3 years to pay po ito, walang interest. So, pag kailangan nyo ng equipment, no? So, yun po, ang pasukin natin sa mag-apply po tayo sa setup. So, i-evaluate po ito ng mga aming mga experts. Andito po yung mga staff ng PSTC Cagayan, kung taga Cagayan kayo. Meron din kami mga centers sa different provinces. So, Isabela, Vizcaya, Quirino, and Batanes. May taga Batanes po ba dito? Naka-attend? Sayang, walang taga Batanes. Okay. Next, please. This in response to the challenges of being relevant to SMEs needs, no? This enhances the productivity, tsaka competitiveness ng mga SMEs through technology intervention. So sabi ko nga, yung mga provide ng equipment, trainings, no? GMP, MPEX, and the likes. Okay, yung program framework po namin, it adds value to the local products and processes through SME intervention. Then it enhances the competitiveness ng mga SMEs through better products and processes. Then ultimately, it will create employment, directly or indirect. It will generate additional revenue, including yung dollar earning kasi may mga pagaling tayo dito, nag-export. And then, helps alleviate poverty and social unrest. So, right now, sa palagay ko, more than 100 million na yata yung for this year alone yung aming naitulong sa mga small, medium enterprises, micros, MSMEs. Next please. Priority sectors. Of course, syempre, meron tayong sectors na talagang kailangan na-prioritize, no? So, first, kung saan, nandito yung bulk ng aming processed food. So, lahat ng mga into food processing. Ang number 2, I believe, is agriculture. Yan, sa marine and agriculture. Okay, so meron din kami sa furniture, and then sa metals, gift and decors, and handicraft. So, kung sikat kung inyong mga schools sa pagpuproduce niyan, pwede natin tulungan. ICT and electronics and health products, services, and pharmaceuticals. So, halos all the way priority areas, pero parang lahat naman yata ng area sinasakop na yun. Next please. Okay, so another program is yung CAPE po, yung Consultancy for Agricultural Productivity Enhancement. So here, we extend services, no? Technical services, we offer consultancy, no? Dun sa mga farmers natin who are into production ng agricultural products. So, binibigyan, nakalagay naman dyan, intended to increase yung farm productivity by at least 20% and hopefully nasa 30% rin. So, we prioritize agricultural commodities. Please. Hindi, back. Nasa may tigil. Ayun, sorry. So, you prioritize products like cacao, peanut, coconut, and pineapple. So, since nandito sa atin yung peanut capital of the Philippines, aware ba tayo doon? Nasaan? Enrile, okay. Andito rin sa atin yung Mangbean capital of the Philippines, di ba? Dami capital. Sa San Mateo, Isabela. Di ba? Mangbean. Tsaka corn. Nasa atin rin, ang corn capital of the Philippines, sa Ilagan, Isabela. Ang dami natin commodities. And, bago lang, citrus capital of the Philippines. Di ba, Vizcaya? So, we are blessed of all these resources and products na nandito sa Region 2, yung bulk. Actually, right now, we are the grain capital of the Philippines, no? Grain center of the Philippines. Hindi na natin matalo Region 3 sa rice. Pero, pag sinabing grains, kasama ng corn, number 1 ang Region 2. Next please. CPT or the Consultancy for Cleaner Production Technology. So pag sinabi ko, isa lang ang pumapasok dito, lacking si biogas. So yung mga setup clients namin, although kahit hindi clients, kung meron tayong babuyan, piggery, we can assist you, no, sa pag-construct ng technology on biogas system. Next please. Okay, sa energy audit, in compliance, alam naman natin, energy law ngayon, kapapasalan, bagong-bago, I believe, sometime June, pinirmahan na ni Pangulong Duterte. So, right now, Region 2 has its own energy audit regional team, housed in Cagayan State University, Carik Campus. So, PSERD, or the Philippine Council for Industry, Energy, and Emerging Technology Research and Development, has funded ITDI and 6 or 5 regions na kung saan they have given equipments para sila na magkaroon ng capability to conduct energy audit. So, we finished 2 campuses, CSU Gonzaga, and then St. Paul University, Philippines. So, right, medyo tedious din kasi yung proseso para pag-conduct ng audit, but we're planning na we will train students nang sa ganon, sila yung mag-conduct later dun sa mga schools na kinabibilangan na kung saan sila nag-aaral. Lalo na sa mga schools, those schools who are offering engineering courses, or particularly mga EE, tsaka electrical engineers, or agricultural, tsaka civil engineering students. Okay, next. Next please. Sa packaging and labeling. So, sa mga MSMEs na naman to, meron tayong PDTC sa Cagayan. Lahat, syempre ito, hindi po libre. No? May bayad, pero very minimal, tsaka very, naman to, affordable dun sa mga MSMEs natin. Alam naman natin ang effect ng packaging, magandang packaging, tsaka label. Pag nakita natin ang magandang package niyan, ang labeling niyan, kahit hindi masarap, minsan nabibili. Pero hindi na ako ulit. Pero kahit masarap naman yan, kung hindi maganda yung pagkakapackage, minsan, hindi rin siya nabibili. Okay. Sa regional, okay. So, ito yung mga highest earners namin, money generating pa namin to. So, RSTL, or yung Regional Standards and Testing Laboratory. So, we are conducting, so yung mas guya sa inyo, alam ko, suki dito. No? We're conducting chemical, tsaka microbiological, microbiome testing, tsaka mass and volume calibration. Pero din kami nito, hindi lang chem, tsaka microbio. So, yung mga may, usually, yung mga nagpapakalibrate ng mga kanilang, sa mass, meron kami, tsaka volume. Pati yata temperature, meron na rin. Sa Caesar Mike, yung aming dating. Okay, so, doon sa mga may gasoline station, yung kanilang volumetric calibration sa kanilang tanker, yung kanilang parang container na 10 liters, hindi naman kakamali, doon po sa office pinakalibrate. Siyempre, sabi ko nga, hindi rin ito libre, pero very minimal din at affordable. Next please. Okay, so Cagayan Valley Food Safety Team. Meron bang members ng schools ngayon dito? Meron na ba? Wala pa? So, I encourage each one of you na baka pwede mag-inquire or gusto nyo maging member ng food safety team ng Cagayan Valley na sa ganun, yung inyong mga school canteens, kasi sigurado ko lahat ng mga schools meron school canteens. At yung mga nutritionist or sino ba in charge sa food? Nutritionist lang ba? Canteen manager, so may manager pa pala yung canteen, no? Pati yung mga karinderya, yung mga kumakain, kasi mga bata ngayon, hindi mo naman napipigilan, kumakain dyan sa mga labas. So, paano ba yung standard ng food safety? So, paano maging aware din sila in food dissemination? At the same time, pag may mga trainings dito, pwede namin kayo ma-invite. So, feel free po to approach us kung interested kayo to be a member, no, ng aming food safety team, Cagayan Valley Food Safety Team. This is facilitated usually ng mga experts dito sa field ng food safety. No? May mga focal person din kami dito, pero most of the time, nag-hire talaga kami or nagbabayad kami at nagkakandak rin ng mga seminars, yung webinar. Parang sa gano'n, hindi na kailangan pumunta personally. Libre po yun. Yung mga trainings na to. Okay? So, tignan nyo mamaya kung food safety yung mga okay? Next please. Okay, so ito siguro yung pinaka-interested siguro yung lahat. Lahat kayo, teachers at science teachers, good news. Kasi we offer scholarship for masters and PhD. Okay? Napakaliit lang naman ng allowance. So, aside from the tuition fee, I think yung tuition niya naka 60 to 80, pwede na rin. Pero yung allowance on a monthly basis, 25,000 for masters and 35 for PhD. So, napakalaking tulong nun, no? Wala pong tax yun. Walang tax yun, neto. Neto po. So, pag interested kayo, sigurado kong oo. Nandito po yung aming mga kasamahan sa scholarship. Nasa likod yata sila. Feel free lang po na i-approach kami. Or visit our website, DOST-STII, Science Education Institute. Andun naman po yung mga course, downloadable naman po siya. Mag-apply po kayo. Pero yun lang, baka PhD na yata lahat. So, alam ko. Ano yan? Doctor na yan. No? Okay, so ipa natin yan. I-grab natin yung opportunity. Sayang. Ano po? Okay. So, we're also engaged into advocacy and promotions. We're planning to upgrade our library, our data mining, engage in data mining, tsaka media linkaging. So, kagabi, we held our media night together with the inventors, so media and inventors night. So, doon nagkaroon ng parang commitment wall na kung saan yung mga media natin who are continuously assisting DOST and our other partners to promote STIs, no? Napagad na po ng output ng gabi na yung kagabi. So, we'll also later publish an operations manual para sa inyong lahat, tsaka info bulletin. Active rin po pala kami sa social media. Kung mapapansin nyo, alam mo natin lahat ngayon, meron ng FB. Tingnan nyo naman po yung aming FB hub, DOST Region 2 ba? Jen? DOST O2 o DOST Region 2 yung FB natin. O2. DOST O2. So, punta lang po kayo doon para ma-update kayo doon sa mga, kasi lagi namin pinapost po doon yung mga announcements, yung mga deadlines for applications ng mga scholarship, mga call for proposals, no? Lahat ng mga bagay related sa STI, or sa technology and innovation. Next, please. Okay, we also conduct SNT Caravan. So, lahat po ng provinces napuntahan na namin, pero I don't know kung lahat ng municipalities, pero we assure you na makakaabot po kami lahat. Maabot po namin lahat ng mga munisipyo dito sa Region 2. Para sa ganun, kahit na paano, malaman ng mga nasa komunidad, ano ba itong ginagawa ng DOST? Kasi minsan, mahirap mong sabihin, pero hindi tayo doon ito popular. No? O, yun nga, doon sa study nga na kinandak namin, commission study survey, mas sikat pa si Pag-asa sa DOST. No? Kawawa naman. Okay. I hope lahat po kayo, kilala niyo naman yung aming sekretary. Patay tayo dyan. Ha? Wala kasi akong 1,000. Yun sana yung question ko sa akin eh. Si sekretary kasi every time na nagbibigay ng talk yun eh, may pabaon na 1,000 kung sino nakakilala sa scientist natin eh. Ang mahirap, scientist, di natin nalang yung kung sinong nakakalam ng sekretary eh. Ha? So, alam pa natin lahat kung sino. So, ang aming sekretary po ay si Secretary Fortunato, Professor or Secretary Fortunato P. De La Peña. Siyempre, alam niyo naman yung aming director, baka hindi rin. Nasa inyong program po yan, tignan nyo na lang. Sir Sancho Maboran, kahit yun na lang po. Napakawaman mo talaga sa DOST. Next, please. CEST, or the Community Empowerment through Science Technology Program. Ito po yung talagang parang CSR ni DOST kung saan tumutulong kami, tinutulungan namin, na-assist namin yung mga poorest of the poor communities. Yung mga deprived, depressed, and underserved communities, tinutulungan natin yan. We're extending our help to them. Minsan, nagbibigay kami ng mga school supplies, ng mga research outputs ng aming departamento, yung mga inventions ng aming mga inventors. We give it to them for free, no? Para sa ganun, mararamdaman nila ang siyensya sa kanilang buhay. And then we also have the FIC, for those of you who are conducting research at saka gusto niyo yung mga bagong teknolohiya sa pag-process ng food. Kasi dito, yung vacuum fryer, kung narinig nyo na yung spray dryer, water retort, no? So, nandito po lahat yung mga equipments na mga gamit ninyo sa pag-upgrade ng inyong technology sa pag-process ng foods. Next, please. RX CWF or the ceramic water filter. Right now, we have a known production center which is situated at Santa Maria, Isabela. So dito, na-develop ito kung di ako tama, ITDI din. So parang pinasukan nila ng nanotechnology yung ceramic water filter. Kaya napa-improve siya, tsaka napaganda. And then yung RX box, na kung saan this is a portable innovation funded by ECHRD, no? Developed by researchers ng Electrical Engineering Institute and the UP and National Institute of ano yan? India. Hindi ko mababasa yan.
National Telehealth Center.
Thank you, sir. From the University of the Philippines din naman and the National Telehealth Center. Okay. UP rin yan. UP Manila rin, sir. Okay. So, parang all-in-one na, hindi naman all-in-one, pero marami siyang pwede i-conduct na test. Kung saan sa mga merong health station, pwede nyo ma-avail ito, just contact us. Hindi lang ako particular kung ano yung mga test na kaya nyo i-conduct. Okay, next please. One Store. Isa sa mga mamalaki po ng Region 2 kasi itong One Store is the only platform, e-commerce platform po in the Philippines which caters MSMEs. No? Nung una, yung tinutulungan lang namin, yung aming mga setup clients, ngayon, more than 12,000 products na po. Kasi may mga partners na rin kami na-establish, no? Na naka-display or naka-ano dun sa One Store platform na to. Okay, so puntahan nyo na, just log in, onestore.com, makikita nyo po, ang daming products po niyan. Mostly, hindi available ito sa mga groceries. No? So, please visit onestore.com. Dami programs, no? Kala nyo, scholarship lang, ha? Next. One Expert. Okay, so baka yung ating mga academicians dito, kasama rin dito, sigurado ko. Ma'am Chat, no? At pati kayo, pwede niyong isama, mag-request na kayo, sama namin kayo dito. If you think kayo po ay ganun ka galing or may expertise, sigurado naman yan, saan naman yung galing nyo kung hindi i-share. So this One Expert, this is an interactive web-based nationwide pool ng mga S&T experts, so different fields, no? Intended to provide technical advice and consultancy service to the Filipinos. Libre po ito. So, nang sa ganun, kahit nasa Mindanao siya, mag-login lang siya sa One Expert, problema ko, masusolve ng isang Tagaluzon, pwede yun. Hindi na sila kailangan mag-meet up or magkita, no? Mag-eyeball. Okay? So, yun po si One Expert. Next, please. Sir, nagulat sa dami. Starbucks! Sino na rito may Starbucks? We have deployed around work. Siguro nasa 200 na tayo. Sino na po may Starbucks dito? Kawawa naman yung nawala. Ito po, hindi pa rin binibigay, pero sa counterpart nyo yung computer, no sir, tama ba? Kahit offline po, walang internet yung inyong school. Sa dami po ng mga nilalaman nito, information sa mga buhay nito, hindi lang po text, may mga videos din dito, audios, no? Sayang po yung oportunidad, mag-avail po kayo, libre po ito. Kung babayaran niyo po yung system, nasa 60 yata to, kung babayaran niyo, pero hindi, libre po ito. Ang counterpart din po niya, may minimum requirement yata na ilang gig ba? Minimum requirement sa Roger?
1 tera.
1 tera? Yan si ma'am, alam niya. So, nasa 1 tera lang na computer, pwede na. Okay? So, sayang din po yung opportunity. Ang daming gusto mag-avail nito. Kung wala pa kayo, sayang, lalo na sa mga medyo remote. At kahit na rin may access na internet, mabagal din naman. Sayang din. Lagi kong pinagmamalaki. Itong Starbucks na to, it's a must for every school. Okay? Next please, Sir Rogers. Yung project mo ba? Okay, so alam naman natin na ito ay na-absorb na ng Pag-asa, tama ba? So Pag-asa, kinuha na nila, no? Pero malaking naitutulong nito kasi ito nag-integrate ng lahat ng mga medyo sa dami-dami kasi ng mga programs ng ating sa pag-asa sa climate natin, dito sa climate, no? Monitoring, no? Isang group of UP teachers nag-consolidate ng lahat ng mga programs, activities na to. Kaya nabuo sa Project MOA. Next please. Sa use or deployment ng early warning system. So nakikita naman natin to sa bridge. No? Yung pag dumadaan kayo sa mga bridges sa Region 2, yung akala nyo, ano kaya kung merong ano to, yun o, nasa dulo, napapansin nyo ba yun? Pag dumadaan kayo, project kong DOST yan. So, napaka-importante yan. Paki-report po pag nawala po yung aming mga solar panels. Kaya namin nilagyan na ng bakod kasi usually nung unang first part ng implementation ng program nito, project na to, yung laging nawawala. Alalaking daapo, yung solar panel yan, kataing kulumin. Kasi na po, at dalang kami kukuha. Talaga na lang yung Pilipino. Pero ang ating tulong po yan, lalo-lalo na sa pag-monitor ng ating plan, no? Upper level. Okay. Next please. So, one time, may mga LGUs, institutions na rin, at schools na nabigyan natin ng one time. So, dito, RA 10535 or Philippine Standard Act of 2013 sa compliance ito. Para sa ganun, alam niyo yung oras. No? At alam ng estudyante, na-rate siya kasi sasabihin niya sa sarili niya, Sir, alas 8 pa lang. Pero base sa Philippine Standard Time, is already 8:50. Diba? So, isa lang naman dapat ang oras natin lahat. Kasi ay isang bansa lang naman tayo. So, if you're interested again, pwede naman kayong tulungan dyan. So, we have our focal person, si Sir John Cagayan, just contact us. Next please. Smarter cities. Alam niyo ba na isa sa dalawa o tatlong smarter city ay nandito sa Region 2? At yun po ay yung Cagayan City. No? Pero ang Tuguegarao City, ibang city to. Okay? So, itong smarter city na to, ito yung sagot po dun sa pag-introduce ng ICT or Information Communication Technology para sa mapaganda yung servisyo ng komunidad or ng LGU sa kanyang constituents. No? At hindi rin actually LGU lang kasi kasama rito lahat ng mga sectors. So, nasa academy ka man, nasa national agency ka man, nasa NGO ka man, lahat yan magkakasama, magkakatulong. So, next please. Meron din yung e-tribe. So, for those na nakapag-attend ng aming opening ceremonies, yung aming mga ginoong at binibining agham at teknolohiya ay sumakay po dito sa e-tribe na to. And later, this year or early next year, we are planning to submit a proposal for Region 2 to be the smarter transportation, particularly yung smarter yung ating e-tribe na, yung charm, integration na to, tsaka yung HERT or yung hybrid electrical road train nasa Cagayan. Sana kung papalarin and crossing our fingers. Basically kasi approve na to in principle, nasa atin na magiging dito sa Region 2 magiging smarter transportation or mobility, no? Okay, so right now Cagayan State University was granted approximately 5 million. They will be the one who research dito sa deployment, dun sa pag-evaluate ng mga e-tribes na existing, tsaka integration ng ICT dun sa e-tribe. Kasi ngayon, magbabayad ka kung sa kanila yata gusto nila, parang drag na rin yung payment system, ma-improve lahat. Pati yung mga stations, strategically sila yung gagawa dito sa first muna sa Tuguegarao. Pero later, gusto natin ito ikalat sa buong region. Next please. And then, Science Centrum. Yung mga students natin, siguro nakapunta na rito kasi kung hindi ako nagkakamali, nakailang conduct na rin po kami ng Science Center, no? Ilang beses na namin na-invite ng Science Center. So, kung may opportunity, please, pagkatinding yung mga students nyo, napakamura lang naman. Kanong bayad, nasa 30 lang yata, 50 pesos. Pag meron mo dito yung Science Center. Next, please. Then, yung Cagayan Technology. Ito po, pinagmamalaki namin isa sa mga research output ng DOST na hindi natulog sa library. Hindi lang na-publish, kung hindi, kasalukuyan na po itong na-commercialize. So, meron na po tayong technology taker, si Vital Grow, yung na kung saan sila yung nag-distribute kasi they believe in their product. Ito po yung Cagayan, kung hindi nyo alam pa, this is a irradiated seaweeds, no? Na kung saan dinevelop ng isang scientist, si Dr. Scientist din siya, scientist to yata, Dr. Lucille B. Abad ng Philippine Nuclear Research Institute. So ang nag-develop pa ng protocol kung paano ito gamitin sa rice, si Doc Phil Magsino ng NCPC or National Crop Protection Center ng UPLB rin. Okay, so ito, very safe tayo to say na this will ensure you to increase your production at least 20%, no, every time na you gagamitin mo to. So, ang dami na rin tayong mga schools na nagkakandak ng usage ito kasi we found out na hindi lang ito magaling sa rice, sa corn. Meron, siyempre lahat to sa crops, pati rin sa mga poultry, livestock. So if you would like also to conduct your own research, at hindi naman kayang lahat, i-conduct namin itong mga research ito sa application niya. On its application, feel free lang po. Open po tayo dyan. So I believe yun, okay na? Meron pa? Okay, yung last. Yung aming unit, R&D unit. No? And I would like to take this opportunity to invite you po later. Magpo-provide po kami ng space sa aming region. So, sa Karig po yan, kung saan yung mga researchers ninyo or even you conduct your research, magpo-provide kami ng free access sa Elsevier Science Direct. Alam naman natin, napakamahal ng pagkananan sa Elsevier, no? Pero dito, pupunta ka sa office, libre po yung pag-access ninyo. And we have competent staff that who can also assist your students, no? So, hopefully, ma-implement to this coming month or early October. Okay? So, yan lang po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Mark. To officially introduce to us the participants and the OIC panel of experts, as well as the rationale, overview, objectives, and mechanics of this seminar workshop, followed by her discussion on ethics and research. She obtained her BS Botany cum laude and MS Botany degree from the University of the Philippines, Los Baños, and her Doctor of Science in Botany degree from the University of Tokyo, Japan. She received her postdoctoral and research fellowships in Japan and the Alexander von Humboldt Research Fellowship at the Philipps Universität Hamburg in Germany. Dr. Dionisio Sese is a specialist in the field of plants and algal physiology and biochemistry, photobiology and stress physiology. In recognition of her scientific achievements, she is a recipient of various national academic and professional awards, including the Philippines National Academy of Science and Technology, Outstanding Young Scientist for Plant Physiology in 1995, and the UPLB College of Arts and Science Distinguished Alumna Awards for Basic Research and Instruction in 2003 and 2010, respectively. She is the current director of the UPLB Interactive Learning Center and holds the ranks of Professor 12 at the Institute of Biological Sciences, College of Arts and Sciences, University of the Philippines, Los Baños. Once again, let's welcome Dr. Maribel L. Dionisio Sese. Let's give her a round of applause.
Thank you again, Sarah. Hindi ko na ho gagawin yung introduction of the participants as well as the letting you know the objectives of this and introduction also of my colleagues who are already here. I have presented them before. I'd like to thank Sir Mark for the discussion on the different DOST activities being held in the region. But for now, what we're going to talk about would be the start really of the foundation of all your teaching as well as research activities, and this will be discussion on research ethics. Okay. This is my address, okay, if you would like to contact me, okay, just email me mdsesep@up.edu.ph. I'm connected ho with UP Los Baños. We try to move around, and I try to move around to give you idea about this ethics in doing research, as well as in teaching. Okay, perhaps you might ask yourself, why do we do this discussion on research ethics? Okay, no one is actually blaming or considering any one of us unethical. But nevertheless, a single ray of misconduct will actually create a tremendous impact in your teaching. Okay, usually now, yun ang na-overemphasize. Okay, there were reports na, for example, one did plagiarism, falsification of publication, and ito yung nasa-sensationalize sa media. Okay, and even for those who are highly ethical, it would be a burden on their part. If, for example, for us teachers, meron tayong naging estudyante na somehow did cheating. Okay. In fact, sabi ko nga, I am a graduate of Japan, and sa Japan University, there was a report before na one scientist did a misconduct in terms of writing the publication. It was proven that somehow she falsified the data. And you know what? There's really a very bad consequence, aftermath for her. But most of all, it was actually the mentor who created suicide, who did suicide. Ganun mo talaga kataas ang ethical values sa mga Japanese. Yun ang talaga, hindi niya malaman sa isip niya, bakit ako nakapag-produce ng isang ganitong estudyante na minentor ko, almost, protege niya, and then she did something which is ethically bad. Okay, so, saan ako nagkamali? Okay, and then, even in the community rin mo, although ethical research in ethics may not be as gruesome as murder or rape, but in your community, pag may nabalitaan mo pa yung isa man lang na ganito, okay? Ang nangyayari ho naku, you create a fear, paranoia. Kumisan nga ako na kami sa UPLB, ito yung nasa-sensationalize. Nga lalo na ngayon, yung Antonio Sanchez rape, it happened in UP Los Baños actually. Pero kung titingnan nyo naman kami, it's okay lang naman ho. Pero ito yung na-emphasize sa media. Okay. And then there are also these ethical dilemmas that we will see later on in many situations in how you conduct research or how you do your teaching. So that ethics in research is actually of growing importance. It is actually critical that you understand the basics in ethics, since this will highly affect your teaching and doing research. Okay, first of all, so that you may not be considered me as unethical, some of the slides or some of the presentations in here were taken from these very important sources on research ethics. Okay, we have resources for research ethics education, what is ethics in research and why is it important, and the rest are all public domain. Repetitive attributions will not be any more than, so as to make the presentations less technical, but not to arrogate original authorship. Okay. Now, let us consider first what is actually ethics. Sinasabi natin that is what is right and what is wrong. Okay? And there are some rules we have in terms of ethics. Alam mo natin yung sinasabi natin golden rule. Ano mo ba yung golden rule? Do unto others, do not like others to do to you. That is a very clear rule in terms of ethics. Then we have also the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Okay? Sa medical research all our doctors are always Sumusumpa sila on a single oath, which is known as Hippocratic Oath. And what is the Hippocratic Oath? First of all, do no harm in terms of medical research. So, essentially, ethics are those behavior which we consider as acceptable, and from those behavior which we consider as unacceptable. And we have these golden rules, 10 commandments, as the foundation, the basis for that. Okay. We acquire this ethics. Lahat po tayo meron yan. We acquired it throughout our life. Okay. And sasabihin mo natin, sino ho ba ang unang pinanggalingan, nagturo sa atin ng ating values? Every one of us, we attribute it to our parents. Siya yung nagmula to sa atin. Kaya nga, pag meron isang individual or isang bata na somehow he or she did something wrong, sasabihin na, paano kaya siya pinalaki? Okay, next to the parents, sino ho ang susunod na maghuhubog? The teachers. From elementary, high school to college students. Kami ho, college na nga, matitigas na ulo niya. Nahubog na ho sila. And then sa high school, and I think that was, yun yung pinaka-stage na very malleable. Ang mind and inclinations ng mga students. Sa inyo talaga, kayo ang magiging role model sila in terms of ethics. Yun ho ang tandaan nyo ha. Ang teacher ho ay hindi lang ho role model, entertainer pa ho yan. Kasi you should do everything to be able to get the attention of your students. So we acquired it throughout our life, and now we are already with this situation with our colleagues. Okay? It will have a bearing also on our ethics. Selfie ho yan. Okay. Now, it is common, but we interpret and apply it differently based on our experiences and kung paano ho tayo pinanakit. It is broader and more formal than laws. Laws are the regulations that somehow tells us what to do in a society. Okay? Most of our laws have their foundation on ethics, but there are certain laws which somehow, based on the individual, will have a different set of thinking. Okay. Ano ang mga laws? Give me an example of a law na somehow hindi ho pare-pareho ang ating tingin. Whether we will follow the law or we will not follow the law, but it is still a law. No, I mean, you should follow according to that. Pero hindi mo gagawin kasi sa tingin mo hindi tama. Any idea? Ano ang mga law? Ano ha? Ano daw? Newton's law of motion. Physical law, iyon. Ang sinasabi ko ay social law. Physical law, ang law ho sa physics, sa biology, is really a law. Totally, everything follows that law kasi na-elevate na ho siya from theory. Oh, yung hugo. Newton's law of motion, hindi ka dapat bumagsak, pero bumagsak ka. Ang dami ng hugot lines. Aside from the boys and things. Okay, ano yung law? Anong law? Ang dami ng law. O hindi pa nga ako, mga bills. Ano ha? Ano? Assignment policy. Pinag-uusapan pa po yan. Sige ho, gusto niyo po ba yan? Kami ho, nagsisecond thought. Ako ho, nagsisecond thought doon. Talaga ba mga assignment policy ito? Yes. Bill pa lang po yun. Hindi pa ho na ano. Pero yung law na sinasabi natin. No helmet. I think dapat ho ipalo yun. Dapat yung no helmet policy. With helmet. Ano ho? Ano pa? Ano ho? Ha? RH law. Sino ka nakakalam ng RH law? Reproductive Health Law. Law na ho yun, hindi pa ho, tapos na ho pagiging bill. Pero, hindi ho ma-implement fully. Because every individual has a different thinking about that bill. Yun ho sinasabi nun. May ibang pro, may ibang against the law. Okay, so ito ho yun. And then, we have, yung you have the divorce bill. And meron mga LGBTQ+, okay? Yung divorce bill. Noong pa ho, ipinasok na yan sa Congress, pero hindi ho ma-implement. It cannot become a law kasi may iba tayong particular cultural, religious differences. Okay? Pero sa US, there's already this, what they call that divorce law. Kaya nga, yung iba, dahil wala dito, nagpapaanal na lang, which will be more expensive. Pero, would you believe na may isang congressman na nag-present ng bill na to somehow overcome this divorce bill. Kasi hindi nga maipasa. Sa kapalit na lang po nun, dapat na lang daw po, may expiration na lang ang marriage. Yes! Sabi, nagugulang, nagtatawa na kayo. Ano ang expiration ng marriage? Ano sa tingin nyo? 10 years. Kaya kung ayaw nyo na magsama kayong dalawa, salit na magpaanak, hindi nyo na ho yung marriage life. Talagang naging deal yan. Hindi lang na mag-prosper. Kasi ho, kung dito lang ho, pinagtatawanan nyo na, mas lalo ho siguro pag nag-public consultation niya. So that is what we mean. That you have, and there is a particular law, fortunately, not in our society, yung sinasabing law of apartheid, wherein in South Africa, the blacks are totally segregated from the whites. Dito nga ho, mas lenient ang society natin, even for LGBT. Diba? Napaka-lenient natin, our society. For in other areas, in other countries, much more so in South Africa. Yun ang segregation. Now, pinag-aanuhan pa ho yung expiration of marriage. Then, ethical norms are very important because it helps members coordinate their actions. Okay. Why do we have to adhere to these ethical norms in research? Take note. It promotes the aims of research. What are the two aims of research? Knowledge and truth. Okay. Yun ang foundation ng research. To seek for knowledge, to search for truth. Okay. It also promotes values essential for collaborative work. And in the science investigatory project of your students, do they do it individually or do they do it in groups? Both. Okay. But in groups, paano mo sila? Ano yung mga kailangan ng mga members ng mga group? They have to trust one another. They have to respect one another. And there should be accountability with one another. Fairness in terms of the distribution of activities. Okay. So these are very important values in terms of collaborative work. Now, ethical norms are very much essential because it ensures accountability to the public. For those who are public school teachers, for us as government workers, we are funded by research money from DOST and so forth and other government institutions. Saan magagaling yung mga pera niya? It is actually from the people's taxes. So we should be accountable every penny of that money. And then it helps build public support for research. If somehow is doing research quite good, then most likely mapapun siya because it will be funded because it's doing good research work. It also promotes other moral and social values such as responsibility in the society, human rights, animal welfare, compliance to the law, and health and safety. Sa health and safety nga, kuminsan merong pumupunta sa aming mga estudyante na sinasabihan daw ng teachers nila to work on heavy metals. Medyo delikado ho yung ibang heavy metals. Sabi, ano in-approve ba yun na yan ng science teachers mo? Oo daw. Ang gagawin daw niya is cadmium. Cadmium is a very hazardous chemical. Kaya sabi namin, hindi mo pa kaya yan, mag-research on cadmium. Kung ako nga, takot na lumawak yan. Kasi yung water, every water niya, hindi mo basta may ilalabas siya. Eksaktong laboratory na iko-conduct nun. Yung sa amin nga, hindi nagko-conduct ng cadmium. Let's kami ang conduct. Kaya igagayad mo sila. Mahirap pa at tapos kailangan daw nila in 2 weeks time matapos. Yun din ang problema rin. Kung pumupunta na sila, photo finish na. Hindi mo namin magagayad talaga ng gano'n. Kami ho is, nagtatagal pa ako sa research. Kaya, as much as bago, mas maaga malaman namin. And mag-guide din namin sila na hindi pwede ito. Or this is possible or not. Okay, pag nagpapasok lang. Okay, now, itong ethical code po natin, there are ethical code for scientists, there are ethical code, it develops actually based on the fact that you have this started in the year 1947 in the city in Germany called Nuremberg. Okay. Bakit po 1947 and why Nuremberg? Ano ang nangyari ba before 1947? Kaya bakit po kailangan isulat ng ethical code? Especially in doing medical research. 1947 is after World War II. Ano ang nangyari sa World War II? You have the Nazi Germans na who conducted these researches na Jews ang subjects, okay, for the sake daw ng medical research. And the trial was held in Nuremberg. Okay. Wala nang remnants mo. Maganda na talaga ang Nuremberg ngayon. But then, during the trial, most of the people there were surprised that how can you do this to another human being? So that they have established already this ethical code. And we have modifications na lang later. Such that we have these different ethical codes in research, health, and even for scientists. I hope you have it also in your kit. Okay. So essentially, if ethics are those values which we consider as acceptable and those values which we consider as unacceptable, the application of these ethical principles to research is what we call as research ethics. These are diverse set of values, norms, and institutional regulations that help coordinate your action in the school or in the community. And take note, it encompasses all stages of research and all those who are involved. From the start, during the conduct, the completion, and after the completion, in which means publication or presentation. Okay. So there are these values before, during, and after, which you have to consider when doing research. Okay. Before doing research, take note that there is this value known as justice. Okay. Avoid discrimination in the selection of the participants. Okay, fair distribution, especially in medical research, yung mga clinical trials na yun. Okay. Distribute the benefits and risks of research fairly. Legality. No one obey the relevant laws of the institution. Sa government o sa college level, for us, we have a very difficult we have a law that's very difficult to comply. I don't know kung kayo rin. We have the procurement law. Nahirap na hirap kami. Hirap din ho ba kayo? O hindi naman, sa amin ho, medyo hirap kami doon. Mahirap din ho yun. Pati nga sa DepEd, mahirap pa. But this is a law we have to follow. Okay, bidding. Social responsibility. We have to strive to promote social good. Ang gusto nyo ng mga researchers ang mga estudyante mo, may social benefits. But there are also there are two kinds of research, take note. There are this pure research and applied research. Pure researchers are those which are conducted for the sake of knowledge itself, and the application of this knowledge will be applied. research, or which is dependent on technology, which is technology generation. Okay, prevent harm to society and environment while conducting the research. Ito lang yung sinasabi kong pag mga heavy metals, medyo mahirap yan. Cadmium yan. It will harm the environment. It will harm the individual itself. And not only the researcher, even the police, because it is highly contagious. Okay. During the conduct, not before the conduct of research, okay? But even during and after, there should always be intellectual integrity. Okay. Pag nagre-research mo ba yung mga estudyante nyo, gumagawa din mo ba sila ng proposal? Yes. Ano mo yung mga parts ng research proposal? Of course, the first one would be the title. Titingnan nyo muna title. Tingnan nyo yung title, clear with no unnecessary scientific journals. Ilagay lang yung talagang tama. Okay? For example, yung sinasabi ko nga, huwag ko kayong gumamit ng highfalutin words para sabihin, naku, masyado siyang esoteric. Marami siyang alam na word na mahirap na hindi naman common. Okay? Yung kailangan lang is just enough. Kaya nung sinasabi ko, yung highfalutin words, lagi ko sinasabing high-polluting. High-polluting words. For example, colorimetric determination of the ratio of hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion concentration. Ano ho yun? Colorimetric determination, determine the ratio of hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion concentration. Ano ho yun? Ano yung ratio ng hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion concentration? Sa chemistry teacher. Ano yun? Ratio between hydrogen and hydroxyl ion. Ha? It is the pH. Okay? Ratio of hydroxyl. Ganun kahaba yan, ha? Okay? Ratio of pH. Okay? It's just the pH. Okay? In selected in situ, on-site, selected orisa sativa rice fields, okay, randomly dug in the community and so forth. Okay, so ang haba-haba nun, medyo na ba maraming technical jargon, pero hindi nyo nga alam, later on, ang gagawin lang pala is litmus paper. Colorimetric, diba? Colorimetric yan. Pero it will be seen in the methodology naman. Okay? So, yun yung medyo masyadong pinano na power dressing the title. Okay. Then, aim. It should be realistic with the hypothesis is still to be proven true. The reason why you are conducting research is because it was not done before. It would be something new. Pag it has been done before, alam niyo na lalabas, then it's not really, you're just repeating another person's research. Importance, avoid preposterous claims. Anong ibig sabihin na avoid preposterous claims? Yung mga estudyante po natin sa high school, kung minsan ang sinasabi, may mga jargon dyan na sustainable. Yun yung mga words na pag nilagay nyo sabi, naku, yan. Sustainable management, sustainable. Meron pa, for national, to overcome poverty. Mga gano'n. Meron, hindi pa pang world peace. Yung mga researchers na mga estudyante nyo. Somehow it will be for later on, but not at this time. Gusto lang po yung preposterous claims na, minsan ano yan sakit din ho yan ng mga researchers na para bang masyadong pabibigatin yung importance ng research. Background fairly reflects the state of knowledge, the state of the art, yung mga literature review, yung knowledge in the community na naano doon. Okay? Give the pros and the cons. Methodology, it should be considered consistent with the rigors of scientific method. Ano ho ba mga stages ng scientific method? Ano yung pinakauna? Identifying the problem with the observation and then formulation of the hypothesis and testing the hypothesis, and then if the hypothesis is true, then providing the conclusion, but if it is not, you go back to the hypothesis. Okay? So that's it. Then, during the conduct of your research, there should be objectivity. Avoid bias in experimental design and data analysis. Disclose personal interest. So yung bias of, sasabihin sa nyo, para hindi maging bias ang mga researchers nyo, you have the statistical design which will be presented, the assumptions later on by the coordinator. Carefulness, avoid errors and negligence. Keep good conduct of research activities and correspondence. Baka yung mga estudyante nyo, later on, maging Ramon Magsaysay awardee, maging Nobel Prize awardee. Okay, take note. Okay? Honesty, do not fabricate, falsify, or misrepresent data. Ito ang very clear. Scientific misconduct. Do not disclose, do not deceive colleagues, the granting agencies, or the public, especially kung sino yung nag-support ng research, if it is a private company. By the way, yun hong mga slides namin, it will be sent to you through PDF, so as long as you legibly write your email address. Okay? Kasi picture na picture mo eh. Tumagat na. Okay. Bibigyan na lang ko namin sa inyo. Kasi sana nga ako, lagi kami nandyan ng picture. Okay. Para makuha nyo na. Okay. During the conduct of autonomy, secure actual permission of the participants, obtained informed consent. Written form mo yan, especially when conducting surveys. Confidentiality, participants' rights, protect communication and patient record, especially for medical research. Respect, minimize harms, and risks, maximize benefits. Take special precautions with vulnerable populations. Sino yung mga in a community which we consider as vulnerable populations? Whom we consider as vulnerable population. Sa isang community, sino pinaka-vulnerable? Kaya if there is somehow calamity, sila yung unang-unang nililikas. The children, the elderly, okay? Then the pregnant woman, diba? The PWD, together with the elderly. Kaya sa atin talaga magamas yan. And then, the women, and the last would be the men. Okay, diba? Sila ang hindi expected unless they are considered as elders. Okay. Show proper care to animals when using them. Gumagamit na ba ng animals ang mga estudyante nyo when conducting science investigatory projects? Yes. Okay. Ano ang ginagamit nilang? Mice. Usually mice. Sabihin nyo na lang ko, pag ikaw conduct nila, kuminsan ko kasi kung papatayin yung mice. Oo nga, pinapatayan eh. Most of the time. Or kinopin nila. Sinasabi ko, kahit nahuipis siya, may buhay din yan. Naalala ko nung pag nagdadissect kami ng palaka, pag nagkamali ka ng isang gano'n, patay yung palaka. Kailangan tumitubok kasi. Nakikita mo tumitubok yung puso. Huwag ka papatayin mo naman sana later on. Pero, pag namali ka, sabi ng teacher mo, mali yan, kuha ka na naman ng isang palaka. Okay, ang hirap-hirap na nga kumalag ng palaka ngayon. Pero yun na, kahit nahuipis yan, may buhay din yan. Sinasabi, don't waste animals for research. Yung informed consent, pag nagsasurvey mo yung mga estudyante nyo, make sure that the form is only, kasi kailangan na po is signature, no participant. So make sure that you simplify the form. 1 page lang mo yan. Pag 5 pages yan, wala, hindi na, tatapon na lang yan. And if you offer choice of multiple languages, if possible, then make oral form. So may sinasabing oral form. May mga volunteers na mag-explain dun sa participants kung ano nakalagay dun sa form. Okay? Discuss and explain the protocol, provide question and answer, facilitate consultation. If the supposedly prospective participant decided not to become a participant in the survey research, then honor that. Kasi kailangan mo only is the sign in front of you. Okay. Openness, share ideas, be open to criticism. Competence, maintain and improve your expertise. So I hope kahit na nga ako seminar fatigue na kayo, nandito pa rin kayo. Okay, ma'am. Ensure adequate use of appropriate methods, which will be discussed also later on in statistical methods and design. Responsibility, you have to educate, promote welfare. Okay. And allow them to make decisions. May mga researcher ho kami, research assistants na ang galing, pag magaling mo talaga nakikita ka agad dun eh. Di ba sa mga estudyante nyo? Sino mo natatanggap? Kilala niyo kung lahat ng estudyante nyo? Yes, kasi matagal mo ang pinagsamahan nyo na. Sabi ko kasi minsan, meron kami sila na large class and we meet them only twice a week. Sa college we consider it as a class, large class, in a big lecture hall. How many students para ma-consider ang klase namin as large class? Sa tingin nyo. Ilan mo ang number ng mga estudyante nyo? 30. 61. Malaki-laki na rin to. Pero, kung i-minimit naman po sila madalas, makikilala nyo na po sila. Kung minsan kasi, sabi nyo, pag-ibiti sa large class, hindi laboratory section. Large lecture class, 160 students dyan. 120 to 160 students. Kaya ang hirap na po namin makilala individually. Sa may laboratory section sila, recitation class, na 30 to 16 students each. Doon mas kilala namin sila. Okay, pero for a large class, medyo hirap na kami. Ang nakikilala ko na lang yung extremes. Sino yung pinakamagaling? Sino yung nasa lower limit? The upper limit and the lower limit. Ganun naman. Kasi yung in-between, medyo mahirap nang makilala yung mga yun. Statistically not significant sila. Dapat yung mga borderline. Borderline above, borderline below. Okay. Nasaan ba ako? Okay. Promote welfare and allow them to make decisions. May mga assistant kami na magaling, ayaw namin pakawala. Kaso mag-advance studies. Okay. Transparency after you have done the research. Ensure honesty and clarity, disclose financial interest, integrity. Integrity is in terms of action. Honesty is in terms of words. You know, as opinion. Okay? Integrity inculcated na rin mo yung honesty yun. Because you do it every time. Okay. Act with sincerity and strive for consistency of action. Publication ethics, never commit scientific misconduct. And what are these scientific misconduct? Tatlo lang mo yan. Ito ang pinaka-critical. And considered lahat na yan unethical in research. That is fabrication, falsification, and plagiarism. Okay. What is fabrication? Making up the results. Okay? And recording or so sabihin niya, gusto ko magkaroon ng straight line, lalagyan ko ng point. That is fabrication. Okay. Pag straight na nga ako online, mag-doubt na kayo. Never. Kahit ang standard yan, mahirap makakuha na straight line. What is falsification? Okay? Manipulating the result. Okay? Ibig sabihin, merong isang point na ayaw nyo. Tatanggalin niya. May statistical design naman for that eh. Pero generally, that's the best example of a falsification. Okay. And plagiarism. Appropriation of one's idea. Ito yung marami. Sasabihin mo, ay, idea ko yan. Bakit mo ninakaw? Okay. Hindi nga yan. Sa plagiarism mo, documented yan. Pag nga word kasi, mahirap i-prove. Pero once you have sa publication, naka-document yan. Kaya nga pag nag-publish kami, we make sure na hindi yan. Meron po kaming program ang university namin na turn it in. Ipapasok po yan. Ang allowed lang po na copying from one to another is about 15 to 20%. More than that, hindi na-accept yun. Okay. Now, honesty and integrity. It is the duty of your researcher who is considered an author. Kung ipapublish yung data, for an authorship, usually ginagawa mo namin, we do not publish or submit our paper in 2 different journals, 3 different journals at a time. Isa-isa lang mo yan. Hindi mo yan kapareho. Nagbibigay kami ng CV sa lahat. But when you're looking for somehow a job, it's different. Do not trim outliers. Do not use inappropriate statistical technique. Acknowledge the contribution of other people in the field. Hindi mo naman lahat pwede maging authors. Lalo na pag nagsasurvey, yung mga volunteers, hindi mo pwede silang ilagay doon kahit na nakakontribute sila. Kasi there is a right. Meron naman mo sa publication na after the conclusion, may acknowledgement section. Kung sino yung kanino mo nakuha yung materials, doon mo siya i-acknowledge. Kung sino yung nag-support, yung funding agency, doon yung na-acknowledge. Pero hindi nilalagay sa authorship. Sino lang po bang pwedeng maging author? Substantial contributions. And usually ho yan yung mga estudyante. Yung mga advices namin, sila po magiging first author. So if you have a publication, ang pinaka-critical ho, tingnan nyo, is always sa amin ho, the first author and the last. Kasi yung first author, yun yung estudyante namin. Nasa kanya siya ang nag-conduct ng research. Sa kanya siya ang kumuha halos ng lahat ng data. And the last author is usually reserved for the advisor. Kasi siya yung mentor. Kaya indication mo yun kung nasaan laboratory siya. Sino ang naging mentor niya. Kaya yun o. Kaya kung meron hong 5 authors, 3, 4, or 5, okay? Dumanating ako sa secretary. It doesn't matter. Kaya nga pag ako number 2, number 3, number 4, kung may 5 authorship, it doesn't matter na kung anong number ako. Okay? Kasi bakit po critical yung first author? Pag nandun mo siya, sinite mo siya within the body of the publication, siya yung surname na lalabas. Okay? Kasi, pag isa, okay lang yon. Pero for a biological research, mahirap pong maging isa lang ang author. Kung 2 author, Dionisio Sese and Lemense, and the year. Pag more than 2, those are, anong lalabas? Yung number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, magiging et al na po. Kaya critical po kasi ang first authorship. Okay, and usually reserved for the students. Although may iba-ibang thinking mo yan, may ibang advisor na gusto nila sila. Diba? Sasabihin nila sila ang nag-conceptualize ng project. So, medyo yun din nagkakaiba. Medyo nagkakaiba. I remember I did one, I wrote the paper. Kasi kung sino mo talaga nagsulat, siya may claim for first authorship. Even I did write the paper, but kasi my students pursued another line of nangihinayang ko sa data. I had to write it. But then, siya pa rin yung first author. Ako yung dalawa lang ako kami. So, may yun yung mga gano'n. Pero yung iba nga iba yung interpretation dyan. Kaya ka ng values yung sinasabi. Kasi I know for a fact na meron PhD student, so happen na member kasi ako. Ang naging first author din is the advisor. Yeah, PhD. Okay. Drafting the articles. Yan ang draft. Kasi siya yung nagsulat and revising it. Then, yan ang may karaparan for authorship. And the final approval of the publication. So, yun yung may claim for authorship. Okay. So, usually, mga maximum na yung 5. Depende din po talaga sa article na sinusulat. Okay. Reviewer, kami naran ho yan. So if you happen to review a paper or a science investigatory project, do not discuss it with your colleagues. Okay? Do not bypass the peer review. Do not make derogatory comments. Kung minsan nga ho, may mga paper na binibigay sa amin na talagang hindi naman namin ma-accept. Pero hindi nyo sasabihin kaagad na hindi ka dapat na i-publish yung paper mo. Para sasabihin nyo munang may maganda. The paper is about so and so. The font size is good. The paper is crisp. No, hindi naman. Bago nyo ibagsak. Kasi kung minsan mga estudyante yun eh. Magsabi muna and try to comment na something constructive for the paper. Bago nyo talaga, meron talaga naman sa paper na hindi pwedeng i-publish. Malalang the way he wrote it. Pero suggestion na kailangan. Okay. Do not reject without even reading it. Do not make unauthorized copies. Pinadadala mo lahat yan, pero tinatanggal mo pa yan. Stretching the truth, I have let you know about this. Do not waste animal in research, exposing your students to biological risk. Yung sinasabi ko sa cadmium, medyo hazardous chemicals so yan. Okay. Now, ethics in research, my parting words. Okay? Scientific research, whether done by high school students or professional researchers, is always built on foundations of truth and trust. Those are the aims of research. It is true, it must be new. So that's why it is trustworthy. One must truly believe that the research they propose to undertake is necessary and useful. Okay. We have now a national scientist, okay, who unfortunately passed away last year. A noted rural sociologist, Dr. Helia Castillo. Okay, I hope you will remember her name. She's one of our national scientists, but unfortunately not anymore living. Okay. Ethics is ethics in the mind and in the heart. You know it from the top of your brain to the tip of your tongue. So I hope you remember that when imparting to your students how to conduct research. They're always built on the foundation of ethics. Thank you very much, ho.
Once again, thank you, Dr. Sheshe, for that discussion. Now, we will welcome Engineer Sancho A. Maboran, Regional Director of Region 2, for his message. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you. My apologies for not having joined you this morning. Sabi niyo, yung aking sakit requires a lot of sleep. Well, in the past, I usually sleep for 3 to 4 hours. But now, I have to extend my sleeping hours to at least 9 hours. So that is the advice of my doctors. I have 3 doctors. One for the rehab, one for the PP, one for the nerve, and the other one is a general doctor. But my best doctor is my wife, Vicky. She always takes care of me, and she's very patient because, when you are sick, you have temper, and I'm feeling pain. Every day I have pains. And I'm getting better every day. I feel that I'm getting stronger every day. And well, there's a lot of work in the region, and I always see to it that whenever there are activities like this, I attend. I should attend. I must attend. And I would like to meet all of you, no? Our researchers, our teachers, our beloved teachers, and engage with you, no? Engage with you to know you better, probably to inspire you, and be able to share my perspective also about conducting research, science, technology, innovations, and the status of the ecosystem, the STI ecosystem in the region. This is our last day for our celebration of the Regional Science and Technology Week, and we're quite happy with the attendance, the hype, the SNT hype that we have created. Hype because, well, compared to other agencies, there are only a few of us that knows about DOST, compared to, let's say, right now, everybody's talking about the traffic in EDSA, and everybody seems to be very much aware about what's happening with our dengue cases, and very few have been talking about the visit of our Secretary de la Peña, in China, together with our president, and negotiations and agreements that were made in that visit. So, kukunti po nagbabanggit at tumatalakay sa science and technology. I do understand that because for most of us, SNT is not interesting. I think science, math, and its related courses and fields are quite boring. And in fact, ang hirap mag-convince ng isang teacher, ng isang estudyante to take science courses. Ngayon nga, I had a brief tour with, I made a brief tour with Secretary de la Peña, and in one of the projects that we have visited, it's in Ilagan. It's a project that is involved in drilling services. So we provided equipment so that these firms will be able to improve its products and process, and become competitive with other brands that are mostly imported. And we asked, well, in that event, may mga bata, I think around 30, sabi ni Secretary, tanungin nga natin kung ano yung gusto nilang maging. So we asked questions, and the majority answered that they would like to become soldiers and police. So they received 100 pesos from our secretary. And then some would like to become teachers, and they received 200 pesos from our secretary. And then very few wanted to become agriculturists, scientists, and doctors. And the secretary gave 300 each for these students. So just imagine, by conducting an informal survey, you can have a feel of what our students would like to become. I cannot blame them if they want to become police because they watch Provinciano every day. And they do not have the opportunity also to watch the program of our secretary, or for example, Dr. Cese, over prime time slots on GMA or probably ABS-CBN. So it's a difficult task for all of us, especially our beloved teachers, to convince students really to become or to enjoy, love the track of science and mathematics. And I think that this challenge we should overcome. Hindi ko ito tatawagin problema, but a challenge for all of us. We need a lot of engineers. We need a lot of teachers. We need a lot of scientists and researchers. I do not want to expound on these issues because I know that you are bright enough and you have read a lot of articles and stories, good stories of our neighboring Asian countries being able to improve because they have been able to propel by these courses. So, sabi ko, napakahirap na mag-convince na maging isang teacher, maging isang researcher, maging isang scientist. In Region 2, right now, we have about 400 ongoing scholars. And this afternoon, as part of my duty to really encourage our scholars, I will have a recognition day for them. So we call it Magning Touch of Excellence also. Actually, we copied it. It's not an original activity of the DOST Region 2. But through our visits to other regions, we found out that the other regions are doing it already. While in Region 2, hindi pa ho namin ginagawa. So ngayon, nag-benchmark kami and then ang Region 8 ang pinagkopyahan namin. But ang ginawa namin, we improve on this. Si Ramil and Director Ed. We improve on this. So sabi namin, kung mangungopya tayo, dapat hindi ito, dapat may improvement. So, in-improve namin. Ngayon, meron na kaming touch of excellence. And this afternoon, we will be giving awards and recognizing our students in the fields or studying science, technology, and, STEM courses, science, technology, engineering, agriculture, and mathematics. As I said, in the region, we have about 400 students. Out of the 400 students, I think more than 23 or 25 are graduating with honors. These are Latin honors, cum laude, magna cum laude, summa cum laude. And it is unfortunate that a number of our scholars find difficulties in finding a job. Meron mo kami mga scholar na walang trabaho. Meron mo kaming scholar na underemployed. At meron din mo kaming mga scholar naman na very successful. So ngayon, ang sabi namin ay kailangan tulungan. Even if napakahirap talagang mag-create ng employment in the region. Even if you are in this field, very few ang kumukuha and you are very competent because of your high grades. Dahil syempre, hindi ka naman magiging DOST scholar kung hindi ka magaling, kukunti pa rin po yung napapasukong trabaho. So sa amin, ang tinitignan natin ngayon sa region is to identify the scholars, track the scholars, even if they graduate 10 years ago, or graduated 10 years ago. We would like to know them, and then gumagawa ko kami ng study kung paano natin sila matutulungan. But at the same time, not only study, but a mechanism or a platform that will be able to help scholars find a job. So ito ay isa nating ginagawa. Aside from recognizing our scholars, tinitignan din po natin ng kung saan sila pwedeng pumasok. Now, I think yung role ng teacher dito sa puntong ito is very important. Lahat po tayo ay nagtuturo. Noong araw po ako ay nagtuturo. Subalit ako ay huminto na. I teach one time in the university. I teach statistics. And then sa masters. Kaya lang, medyo na-frustrate din ako dahil yung mga estudyante ko talagang hindi nag-aaral. Yung iba sa kanila, assistant regional director. Yung iba, mga hepe na. Pero ang statistics kasi medyo for some, mahirap na subject eh. Pero wala, hindi ako na-challenge. So I teach for 1 year and then I had, I should have done better. Pero unfortunately, hindi ko natuloy yung aking career sa pagtuturo. So, pero gusto ko pa rin magturo, bumalik sa teaching. I would like to share also, sana, if given the opportunity, to share my expertise in any manner. My mother is a teacher, elementary teacher. So, nakita ko yung hirap ng isang guro. And I always believe that your role in the science, technology, and innovation landscape is very, very important. We will not undermine the role of our teachers. You will always be special, not only in the heart of the DOST, but in the heart of your regional director. If there's anything that we can do to be able to help you improve your capacities, your facilities, and your environment to become globally competitive in terms of R&D, we will do that in our small capacities as DOST. And of course, andito po yung ating mga expert. I always believe also that the teachers are the true models for our students. In whatever courses. So, kailangan po natin ng mas maraming teacher. Kailangan na po natin ng mas maraming teacher na ang hilig po ay science. Alam niyo po, isa sa pinaka-paborito kong activity ng DOST, yung Science Congress. Lahat po ba kayo ay nag-attend ng Science Congress? Meron pa kayo Science Congress, Diyan mo nag-start yung aking engagement with our teachers. Kasi mula dun sa kanilang paggagawa, pag-i-state ng hypothesis, gusto ko kasama ako. At tumutulong kami dyan. Now, kahapon, meron mo kaming Regional Invention Contest and Exhibits. Tinitignan ko yung mga subject matter na kanilang ginawa sa research. Napansin ko na konti ang nagbago. Ako ay nag-judge siguro 20 years ago. Ito na yung nakikita ko . And yesterday, I went over the works of some of our students and our teachers, and I just noticed na kukunti yung nagbago. Well, I don't know if this can be considered as also a reflection of what the STI and our interventions in these areas of science is concerned, yung bang state and the standard. So, ako yung nalulungkot. So, sabi ko nga, ano ba pwede natin gawin pa para, we can have better and competitive research. And this activity also aims to do that, to teach you, to teach us, to hone your skills, to appreciate your works. And sana nga, I will have better engagements with your school. Kami ho ay willing na tumulong. Kung kayo ho ay mananalo ng mga contest, magkakaroon ho kayo ng mga international paper, ako ho ang unang natutuwa. Binabandera ko ho lagi ang magagandang accomplishments ng Region 2, especially yung ating mga teachers, researchers. So, huwag ho kayo magsasawa. Alam ko ho, nakalungkot yung fields na ito. Marami ho tayo kailangan i-overcome ng mga challenges. So, huwag ho tayo magsasawa. Dahil sa likod ninyo, nandito ho yung director nyo na sumusuporta sa inyo. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Engineer Sancho. Now, let's move on to our next topic, which is identifying a research problem and writing the introduction and a review of literature. May I introduce to you our second speaker. Our second speaker is a Professor 6 and currently served as Vice President for Research Extension and Training of Nueva Vizcaya State University. He obtained his PhD degree in Biological and Environmental Engineering at the University of Tokyo, Japan in 2009 as an Ambosho Scholar. Afterwards, as a postdoctoral researcher at the Department of Biological and Environmental Engineering of the University of Tokyo from 2010 to 2011. He obtained his BS degree in Agriculture, major in Soil Science, cum laude, as a PhD Scholar and MS degree in Soil Science, as a DOST Picard Scholar from Central Luzon State University. Dr. Dumale is a licensed agriculturist and was 5th place in the 2003 licensure examination for agriculturists. Among his awards, including the Outstanding Young Scientist in 2012 in the field of soil science from NASP, Gintong Butil Award in 2013, CLSU's highest alumni award, Outstanding Faculty Member and Researcher of NVSU in 2010. He is a regular member of the Philippine Academy of Young Scientists, Outstanding Young Scientists Incorporation, the Fulbright Philippine Agriculture Alumni Association, the Philippine Association of Research Managers, the Philippine Association of Japan Ministry of Education Scholars, and the Philippine Association of Agriculturists, among others. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Dr. Wilfredo A. Dumale Jr. Let's give him a round of applause.
Thank you, Ma'am Sarah. Magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Our most esteemed supporter at NVSU, one of the members of our Board of Regents, Regional Director Sancho Mogora, our Executive Director of NAS, Ma'am Liling, welcome to Region 2, and the other members of OIC. Sa mga teachers na nandito, I understand sa DepEd po ang audience natin. Well, I teach research methods at the Nueva Vizcaya State University. Karamihan po sa mga estudyante ko ay mga nasa DepEd. Okay? So, I can relate to you. No? I hear your needs, okay, when it comes to R&D. And on the part of NBSU, we are doing our best to really capture these concerns and eventually do our best, our part, to level up. Okay, there are plenty of my students who have package proposals already, because one of my requirements in my class before the end of the semester is for them to be able to package a research proposal for a funding agency they choose. Okay, may mga submitted proposals sa DepEd, because DepEd also has a mechanism for R&D, because I understand that even in DepEd ay kasama sa evaluation ninyo ang inyong research output. Tama po ba? Tatlong tito ko ay principal, no? Dalawa sa high school, isa sa elementary, and they come to me and ask me to package a proposal for them. Sabi ko, at a cost. That's a joke, ano? So I see the need, that workshops like this, seminars like this, must have to be regularly undertaken para nakakapacitate natin. Lalo na yung mga bagong teacher. Nakita ko may mga nagpipick up ng mga forms kanina. Nakita ko teacher 1 pa siya. No? So bagong-bago siya sa teaching. So maganda na may mga ganitong exposure, because this will serve. Sabi nga ni RD, hindi agad magiging veterano kayo. Diba? It's a good start. Okay? The thing is that there are people behind us who are really serious in helping us level up, and then eventually, pagdating ng panahon, sabi ni Aisa Sigera, tayo rin, di ba? Ang magsasama-sama pagdating sa R&D, lalo na po sa region. Okay po. So what I'm going to present to you is actually a collaborative output of OIC members. You know, we've been doing this for several years na, various regions, you know. So itong ipapakita ko po ay mga pinagsama-samang output, ano? In-improve mula dun sa mga nauna. So yung mga na-present po noon, more or less ito rin yun. Okay? So I'm the presenter, nagkataon, taga-region 2 tayo. So tayo ang inutusan ng OIC na mag-present, ano? Nitong ating topic na ito. So let's try to identify how to identify a research problem. Write the introduction and review. Alright. So parang, let's start a simple journey in writing a paper, a technical research paper, or a research proposal. Okay. Introduce ko po muna ang Nueva Vizcaya State University. Ang NVSU po ay isang universidad na dalawang campus. Sino po taga Vizcaya? Pwede ko ba malaman yung taga Vizcaya dito? Bakit isa? Some other Vizcayanos? Okay. Dalawa na. Okay. 3, 4. At si Dr. Bito. Alright. Ang NBSU po ay dalawang campus. Bambang campus and the Boymbong campus, which is the mini campus. Okay. It was started in 2004 as the Nueva Vizcaya State University. At sa loob po ng mga taong nakaraan, I think 16 na taon, ay NBSU has reached level 4. Meron po kasing university leveling, ang CHED, okay? Level 1 to 5, okay? Level 5 is the highest. NBSU is now level 4. The only level 5 university is the UP system, of course. Okay. So sa ngayon po, ang NBSU ay binubuo na humigit kumulang sa 500 na faculty and staff. 360 dito ay teaching faculty, teaching staff, and yung iba ay support staff. Alright. More or less, 10,000 estudyante sa dalawang campus. Okay. For the last 5 years, more or less we have received around 170 million worth of R&D funds, R&D grants, mostly from DOST. Siyempre, nasa radar po tayo ng ating regional director, ng DOST Region 2, and then of course, lagi pong naaalala ng ating butihing secretary ang NBSU. In fact, NBSU is the national lead for citrus R&D. Alright. So sa ngayon, meron po kaming 150 registered intellectual property generated from research na sinisika po namin ma-commercialize. We are one of the 17 universities in the Philippines to implement a technology and business incubation project. So we hope that some of these technologies that we have generated will reach the consumers. Tayo, eventually we can translate it into products and services that could be of benefit to the community. So yan po ang NBSU. So yun pong mga item ako na text, yan lang ang sakop ng aking sasabihin sa inyo. Yung mga pula ay ipapaliwanag ko mamaya ng mga iba pang speakers. Bago tayo dumiretso, meron na po akong tanong, ano ba tama? Dr. Juan de la Cruz or Juan de la Cruz PhD? Juan de la Cruz PhD. Dito po. Pareho po tama yan. Okay? Pareho tama yan. Pero sa konteksto ng research, ito po. Okay? What I'm trying to drive at is that yung title laging nahuhuli. Okay? Sa experiences ko sa pagtuturo sa graduate school, even sa undergraduate, pupunta sa akin yung aking mga advising, sabi, Sir, pwede nga po ng title. Yung title ng kanilang manuscript. Okay? Sir, ano po ba ang title ko? ano po ba magiging title ko? Okay? So, nauuna yung title. Nauuna si title. No? Sa research, pag magsusulat ka ng paper, o kaya magsusulat ka ng proposal, mahuhuli lagi si title. Tandaan niyo po yun. No? So, pag magtitisis na kayo, huwag niyo munang intindihin ng title. So, title is at the last. Okay? Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng slide na yan. Ano? So, we're trying to bust the old practice na magta-title muna bago magsulat ng proposal. Proposal muna po, the body of the proposal, bago muna tayo magta-title. Alright. Pamilya tayong lahat dito, no? Tinuturo natin ito sa ating mga estudyante. Ano po nauuna dyan? Actually, cyclical yan, ano? Closed yan eh. No? Alin normally, ang mauuna, kapag tayo ay magsusulat ng papel, question muna. Pag magsusulat tayo ng proposal, question muna. Pero paano kung magkakaroon ng question? O paano ko ba ito mauuna? Alright. Meron ako ditong mas elaborate. Sabi ni Waliwan ng 2011, meron siyang mas detalyadong research process. Okay? Dito mas malinaw. Sabi niya, ayun, no? Review your subject area to find the problem area. Okay? Kailangan may question ka muna. No? Walang research pagka wala kang problema. Diba? Okay, as simple as that. Okay, yung research problem po, no? Sabi nung mayroong libro, no? It's an English author. Sabi niya, it's a central generating point for research project. Pag sinabi mong central generating point, nanggagaling doon ang subject ng research mo, nanggagaling doon ang objective, the data that need to be collected, and the suitable analysis that you're going to use in order to treat your data. Okay? So, ang research problem na tinatawag natin ay the very basic, the very foundation of your research, the very foundation of your proposal. Okay? So, ang research problem po ay common sa lahat ng research projects regardless of size and complexity. So, lahat ng ating researches, technical man yan, descriptive research man yan, historical research man yan, yan po ay mayroong research problem or research issue, no? Or research area. Diyan nang gagaling lahat ng iba pang parts ng ating magiging proposal o kaya yung ating magiging paper. Okay po? You can always interrupt to pose a question kung may tanong po kayo. Okay, sunod-sunod pala to. Alright. So, ang research problem po ay, una, sabi niya, based on a question. So, may tanong. Okay. Merong unresolved controversy. So, kontrobersya. Okay? May chismis. May chismis. Okay? May gap in knowledge. There is an unrequited need within a chosen subject. So, ito pong apat na ito, either one of them should be present, which could be the possible source of your research problem. Okay? Mayroong gumugulo sa isip mo. Okay? Nagtuturo ka. You're in the classroom. Okay? Hindi mo alam kung anong tamang teaching method ang gagamitin mo. Hindi mo ngayon alam kung alin ang mas effective na teaching method. Si teaching method A ba? O si teaching method B ba? Saan ba mas mataas ang academic performance ng mga estudyante ko? No? Pagka ba ako naka-miniskirt o pagka ba ako naka-pants? No? So, meron kang question, no? Pagka naka-miniskirt ka, controversial yun. Di ba? Oo, controversial, no? So, you have something in mind that you need to settle down. Di ba? Ano ba talaga, kuya? Ano ba talaga, ate? No? So, meron kang question that could possibly be the source of your research problem. Okay. So, yung research problem, meron po nitong mga ito. Okay? Para maging researchable, clear siya, okay? Significant, Pag sinabi natin significant, ano ba yun? Mahalaga. Diba? Pakikinabangan natin. Okay? Hindi siya repetition ng previous work. Otherwise, it's not research. It's just mere, duplication. Right? Delineated. Dapat ang research mo matatapos. Walang forever. No? Dapat may katapusan ang research mo. Nakalagay, kailan ka mag-umpisa, kailan ka dapat matatapos. At this stage, kailan dapat mag-conclude ang iyong research. Kailan mo dapat mag-generate ang iyong expected output or sa DOST, expected deliverables. Ayan. Dapat yung data at saka yung information na kailangan mo can be generated. No? Dapat you have the means, you have the instrumentation, for example, to gather and collect or process or work on your data to obtain the information that you need in order to answer your problem or your question. Okay. Okay lang po kahit hindi kayo magsulat, you can have my slide later. Para maganda yung interaction. Meron po akong isang sample dito. Okay. Ito po mismo yung halimbawa ng isang research problem. So I'll read. This study examines the problem of career development of women engineers in the construction industry in the Philippines. It focuses on the identification of specific barriers, okay, meaning established conventions, prejudices, procedures, career paths, and explores the effectiveness of specific initiatives that have been aimed at breaking down these barriers. Ito po ay isang halimbawa ng research problem. Okay. Sa DepEd, ano po, you always state your research problem in the form of question. Nakikita ko no? Kung sa mga write-ups nyo, laging patanong. Walang problema doon. Wala namang masama kung patanong. Okay. Pero yung tanong, no, sa patanong, dapat nandun yung elements ng, balikan natin yung nandun kanina. Yun. Okay? Alright? What, why, how, and when. Okay. So dito, sa problem na ito, ano po yung kanyang research area? What is the research area? Yeah, career development. Okay. So, mas naging specific siya, okay, nung dinefine kaninong career development ang gusto niyang aralin. Women engineers. Ang daming women engineers. Women engineers na within Asia, within North America, women engineers in the Philippines. Ang daming women engineers sa Pilipinas. Saan silang sector? No? Women engineers in the construction industry. What we're trying to say is that specific yung ating target. Specific yung ating research focus. Alright? Okay. So, pangatlo, in-identify din to sa maikling research problem na yun, what are the practical tasks to be carried out? Yun na yung objective niya, di ba? Alright? Ang gusto niya ay ma-identify yung mga barriers daw that somehow affects the advancement siguro ng women engineers in the construction industry in the Philippines. Alright. At gusto rin niyang malaman kung gaano ba ka-epektibo yung mga barriers, yung mga initiatives in order to break down the barriers that affect the professional development of women engineers in the construction industry in the Philippines. So, hindi po natin sabihin dito, it is important that in your research problem to delineate your research focus. Alright. So, identify the research focus, identify the target, the object of your research, and more or less identify the objectives. Alright? Ano ang gusto mong gawin? Very briefly, you don't need to put in the research problem a very detailed description because that will come later. Alright? In some cases, ang research problem ay stated, or in most cases, is stated in one single paragraph. Binubuo lang ng 3 hanggang 4 na sentences. Okay? The first sentence introduces the topic. The second sentence introduces the objectives. The third sentence introduces, the third and fourth, more or less, could include literature, no? Pwede din maglalagay ka na ng general objective. So, lump into one. So, isang paragraph. Okay? Ganito po ang pinakamadali na pagsulat ng research problem. Alright. Hindi po kayo makaka-generate ng research problem, okay, na comprehensive pag wala po kayong literature review. Yun ang sabi ni Waliman. Okay? Sabi ni Waliman, magli-literature review muna ako bago ako magkaroon ng specific research question. Alright? Ano susundan niyo po? Mga kasama? Alright. Now, hindi ko alam kung magpo-workshop tayo. No? Maybe some of you have brought with them some problems, maybe sa teaching effectiveness, action research yun sa classroom teaching. No? You try to write, okay? And then later on, kung may time tayo sa workshop, we can look at it and we can try to discuss. Okay po? Okay. Meron po kayong tanong sa research problem. Ganun na po kasimple. Nakagawa na tayo ng research problem. Alright. Now you have your research problem. Magsusulat na kayo ng introduction. Meron kayong isang paragraph na research problem, susulat na tayo ng introduction. So, bumubuo po tayo ng proposal. Bumubuo tayo ng proposal. Alright. Ano po ba ang introduction? Okay. Sa isang empirical paper, pag sinabi natin empirical, some sort of technical paper na meron siyang measurements, meron siyang data gathering, okay, meron siyang data analysis. Whether it's a proposal, research proposal pa lang, o kaya ay paper na, okay, ang introduction ay una, nag-i-introduce ng topic. Ano may topic mo? Alright? So, babalikan lang natin. Please, have the research problem na pinakita ko kanina stay in our minds. Okay? Ano ba topic doon? Career development of women engineers in the construction industry in the Philippines. That's the topic. Alright? So, reviews the literature of the topic. Ano ba latest doon? What are the latest publications there? Ano ang latest information natin tungkol sa topic na yan? Alright? So, you put that in the introduction. And thirdly, it states the hypothesis or the research question. Okay? Alam niyo na po naman yung null and alternative hypothesis, hindi ba? Yung null and alternative hypothesis eventually will be your basis in establishing your objectives. Alright? At yung objectives mo, mamaya sasabihin nyo dito, well, ang basis mo sa pagsulat ng methodology. Alright. So, sa research paper daw, okay, sa technical paper, the literature review is part of the introduction. Okay? Halimbawa, gagawa na kayo ng article, okay? Yung review of literature nyo nakalampo dun sa introduction ninyo. Okay? On the other hand, yung pagka-research proposal pa lang, yung literature review ay naka-separate. Diba? Introduction, you have your objectives, you have your, sa descriptive research kasi, chapter, ano ba yun? Chapter 3. Diba? Chapter 3. So yun yung review of related literature. Right? Sa technical paper, nakalap na siya sa intro. Hindi lahat ng literature ay nakalagay sa introduction in a technical paper. Yung best lang. Yung pinaka-related at pinaka-magandang tahi ng inyong literature ang nandun lang sa inyong introduction, enough for you to be able to let the readers understand the interplay of things and how these literatures relate to your study. Okay po? Ito po ay isang halimbawa ng outline. Okay. Meron siyang opening paragraph. Okay? Meron siyang review part. And then, summary paragraph and statement of hypothesis or research question. So, pwedeng isa, dalawa, tatlong paragraph. Or even 4 or 5. Okay? Minsan, sa mga proposals, may limit yung introduction mo. Alright? Yung opening paragraph, sabi diyan, this is the key. Okay? It lets your reader know what to expect. Ano ba ang pwede niyang makita doon sa iyong proposal o sa iyong paper? Siyempre, kung yung problem ay barriers ng women engineers in the construction industry, yun ang makikita sa iyong opening paragraph. Okay? The problems. Okay? Siguro yung situationer, gaano karaming women engineers ang meron compared to men, in the country. Okay? And also, it gives the reader a general roadmap for the paper. Okay? Sinasabi niya kasi doon, magsisimula ito sa ganitong activity, magtatapos sa ganitong activity, na ito ang kanyang output. Okay? Also, it may mention papers that can be reviewed in more detail later. So, sinasabi, we may refer to the paper by De La Cruz, 2019. Okay? For further reading, you can consult De La Cruz, 2018, something like that. Okay? For a long paper, it may be more than one paragraph. Okay? Okay? Hindi naman limited lang po kayo sa single paragraph lang ang inyong opening paragraph. Ang goal naman natin, di ba, when we write, pagka iba na yung iyong, pagka meron ka ng sub-idea, you put that in another paragraph. Right? So, meron daw dapat 5 basic pieces of information na nasa opening paragraph. Una, statement of the general topic. Okay, this study examines the career development, barriers of women engineers in the construction industry in the Philippines. Okay? So, anong nasa literature? Pangalawa. Ano ang state natin ngayon? Ano ang kasalukuyang kalagayan? Okay? Iko-correct ko po yung notion, na hindi na po pwedeng gamitin sa literature ang mga lumang publications or mga lumang articles. Hindi po sa lahat ng pagkakataon ay bawal yon. No? Depende po kung anong paper ang iyong sinusulat. No? Huwag niyo pong kalimutan na pagluma ay hindi na po pwedeng gamitin. No? Po pwede pa rin gamitin. At the University of Tokyo, if you visit their library, meron silang isang malaking building na control. No? Andun yung mga microfilm ng mga publications written as early as 14th, 15th century. No? Kung wala nang gamit yun, bakit tinatago doon? No? So, yun yung mga classic. No? One of my professor in soil chemistry, sabi niya, sa libro, halimbawa 10th edition, 10 edition na. Ang gusto-gusto natin laging binibili, yung 10th, yung latest edition. Pero sabi niya, and later I found this to be true, yung mga basic, nandun sa pinakauna. Yung mga succeeding editions, ang nandun lang, pag binuklat niyo po yung preface, yung forward ng libro, ang sinasabi na lang ni author, yung additions, dun sa previous edition. No? Minsan sasabihin niya sa libro, in the first edition, sinabi ko ganito, sinabi ko gano'n. Kailangan mo rin yung pinakaunang edition. So you should always have the classic. Sabi nga ni Sylvester Stallone, di ba? Nothing beats the classic. Yung sa Expendables, di ba? Yung bakal, that's classic. So hindi totoo na pagluma na hindi na pwedeng gamitin. Depende sa kung anong klaseng papel. In philosophy papers, di ba? Literature, alam ko, most of you here, some of you here ay ganun ang field, palumaan, di ba, ng literature. Pero sa technical, ibang usapan yan, pagka ang ginamit mo sa fertilizer rates ay 1965, Magagalit si Dr. Sural. Kasi dapat doon yung latest. Okay. A statement about what the literature is missing or where there is an unanswered question. Alam niyo po kasi, pagka nag-literature review tayo, parang hinahanap natin dyan, alin yung nagawa na, ginawa na ni A, ginawa na ni B, ginawa na si C. Itong isa, hindi pa ito nagagawa, ako ang gagawa nito. No? Kaya may problem ka eh. Ginawa na nila lahat, wala ba lang ibang nakaisip nito? Hindi pa ito nagagawa, so ako nang gagawa nito. That's your gap. Okay? Ano yung wala pa sa literature? What the literature is missing. Alright? And then the aim of the study, later on, your objectives, okay? And the general statement of the study approach. Methodology, operational design, okay? Statistical design, experimental design, and so on and so forth. Alright. May tanong po kayo sa introduction? Okay, simple lang ma'am. Okay, punta na tayo sa review. Bakit ba tayo nag-literature? Ang unang sagot, requirements of proposal. Hindi po ba? Yeah, that's true. No? Requirements of paper. No? Pagka wala kang situationer, reject si proposal. No? Baka marami na sa atin may nasubok na gano'n. No? Sabi doon, insufficient literature review. Ayan. Ang tinatanong ng evaluators, bakit wala akong literature? No? Kasi po, wala po akong... wala naman talagang literature. No? In some cases, walang available literature kasi ikaw yung una doon, kayo yung pioneer. Ano? O kaya naman, wala kang resources. Reject ang proposal. No? Literature reviews are a means to demonstrate an author's knowledge of the field. Di ba? Lahat, vocabulary, theories, variables, and phenomena, including methods and history. So, papatunayan mo sa iyong readers, sa mga evaluators ng iyong proposal, na knowledgeable ka sa field. At naiintindihan mo yung mga terms. Okay? Pangalawa, it benefits you, it benefits us, because we would know the influential researchers and research groups in the field. Ito yung tinatawag na research family. Dapat alam mo kung sino yung mga authors sa intelligence quotient, sa IQ. No? Pagka IQ ang pinag-uusapan, alam mo kung sino yung mga pioneer doon. DNA. Waxometry. O, di ba? Yung sa field ko, soil erosion. Si Dr. Lal. No? Siyempre, may kanya-kanyang experts daw field tayo. Si Ma'am Maribel meron din. No? Pagka narinig niyo yung pangalan niyon, ito yung father namin. No? Ito yung research guru namin pagdating sa field na to. So kayo din, may ganon. No? You will be able to know that. Pagka nag-review ka, you do an extensive literature review, alam mo kung sino yung laging sinasite, alam mo kung sino yung laging nababanggit, sige, si ganito na lang, si ganito. Kasi siya yung recognized authority when it comes to that research area, to that field. Alright. With some modification, yung literature review is legitimate, publishable, scholarly document. I don't know if you have come across an article, nakalagay doon ay, doon sa dulo ng title, a review. Naka-encounter na kayo. No? Status of the utilization of e-trike in the Philippines. A review. Nakalagay doon. Review paper po yun. No? The author put together the papers published when it comes to e-trike in the Philippines. No? Situational po yun. Itself, that is a publishable article. It's a type of analytical research. Okay? Analytical research yan. Sigal and co-author, sabi niya, it delimits your research problem. So, nalilimit. No? Mas nagiging specific. Okay? Literature reviews, lets the author seek new lines of inquiry. May madidiscover ka, no? Na researchable area pa pala, no? Okay? We can avoid fruitless approaches. Hindi pala appropriate yung method. Okay? Yung statistical tool, hindi pala tama, no? So you'll be able to reference the literature kung tama ba o hindi. Tama ba yung operational design, experimental design, statistical tools that you're going to use. You will also gain, methodological insights. Ano ba yung appropriate methodology dito? Alright? Identify recommendations for further research. Ba? Yung mga ibang researchers na nagsusulat, nababanggit nila. Okay? Seeking support for grounded theory. Si Hart naman, sabi niya, distinguish what has been done from what needs to be done. O yun nga yung sinasabi natin kanina, ginawa na ni A, ginawa na ni B, ginawa na ni C, pero may kulang pa. Yun ang gagawin ko. Ginawa na ni B, ginawa na ni Dumale. Yan, the gap. Yan. Discovering important variables relevant to the topic. Minsan kasi sa empirical research, di ba, standardized dapat yung parameters. No? Pagka mag-measure ka ng intelligence quotient, may protocol. Di ba? Minsan nababago eh. May bago ng method, may bago ng dataset, may bago ng parameters. Pagka hindi mo yun na-capture, mawawala ng relevance ang iyong research or iyong proposal. Synthesizing and gaining new perspective, of course, mabubroaden ang iyong knowledge. Identifying relationships between ideas and practices. Napakahalaga nito sa literature review kasi, di ba sa literature review, you link all together, you determine relationships between the findings of different authors, you find the, ano ba tawag doon? You find the sense, you piece them all together. Dapat sila magkakadugtong, kaya nga tinawag kayo, related literature. So we do away from the unrelated, we put all together the related in such a way that they can be beautifully organized para maging hindik-hindik sa mga babasa. Right. Establish the context of the topic of problem. Of course, sinabi ko na po yan kanina. Okay, 6, rationalize the significance. Okay, acquiring the subject vocabulary, the new terms, the new lexicon, okay, the parlance that are being used in that particular field. Understanding the structure, creating ideas and theoretic applications. Yan. Identifying the methods and research techniques that have been used. Mahalaga ito. Right? Placing the research in a historical context to show familiarity with state of the art. So babalikan mo yung pagsisimula, ng pagkakadiscovery ng DNA, and then paano siya nag-progress through the years. Okay? Sa literature halimbawa, okay? Sa literature critiquing, okay? Paano nag-progress? Okay? Ano yung bago, So we don't use the old, we use the new when it comes to method and tools, right? Okay. Gusto ko lang ipapansin yung sinabi ni Randall. Sabi niya, kaya daw tayo literature review kasi gusto nating i-relate ang new findings to previous finding. Yun yung key term, relating. Finding relationships. Yan. Yeah. So without establishing the state of the previous, impossible how the new research advances the previous research. Kailangan alam mo yung mga nakaraan niya, di ba? Para maintindihan mo ang kanyang, di ba? Ang kanyang hinaharap, Kailangan dapat ang mundo ano ba yun? Sa love life, dapat tanggapin mo yung nakaraan. Para alam mo magmukuha sa hinaharap. Yan. Alright. Nasaan ang literatures? Siyempre, nasa library. Alright. Nasa library. Yung mga librarians themselves, source po yan ng information. Right? They are walking catalogs. Alam nila kung nasaan ang mga libro, kung nasaan ang mga journals, kung walang appropriate library catalog na nandun sa library. Information services. Ano po itong mga ito? If you go to like agencies of government, meron silang information services. Okay, usually nasa library din ito. Okay, it's in a computer. Okay, you can extract information from there. Okay? Yung iba naman, pagpunta mo dun sa kanilang library o sa kanilang opisina, meron silang mga brochures, di ba? Mga pamphlets, bibigay yun for free. Andun ang mga resources. That can be part of literatures and, source of information that we can use whenever we write our literature review. Museums and galleries. Okay? Sino po ba mahilig mag-museum at magpunta sa mga gallery? Very rare. No? Pupunta lang sa beach pag may seminar. Diba? Rare. Napupunta sa museum at sa gallery. No? Doon, may mga printed electronic information. Right? May mga artifacts in the case of siguro ang mga anthropology, sociology dito. May mga artifacts. Okay? And private collection of historical records. Yung collection ng ganitong tao ay i-donate sa library, sa museum, at nandoon it can be accessed under certain conditions. Alright? People, mga key informant. Pwede natin silang interviewin. Alright. Isa sa mga studies na ginawa namin sa NBSU, yung dumadami po kasi sa Vizcaya yung women tricycle drivers. Wala nun sa library. Walang literature. So sino ang aming resources? Yung mga driver mismo. Bakit ka nagdadrive ng tricycle? Tama po kasi yung asawa ko. Ano? So, people are good source of information. Intranet. Ano po ba yung intranet? Ano po ba yung internet? In the office, halimbawa, 2 po kayo magkakasama, meron kayong grupo, some sort of a small group, na kayo lang yung magkaka-connect sa isa't isa. You can throw communications, you can throw electronic documents with each other, you can exchange information, you can message each other within your group. Yun ang intranet. No? Yung internet, of course, you know that. Well, the web is a very good source of information. It's also a dangerous, dangerous place to go to, especially when you don't know how to use them wisely. Di ba? Ang dami dyan, pornography, ano pa? Mga materials na walang value. Alright? Alam nyo ba, when I was in Tokyo, pero po kung alam to ni Ma'am Maribel, may website doon na yung suicide website. Wherein the Japanese could go to that website and then they talk to each other on how they are going to do the suicide all together. Suicide sites. What I'm trying to say is that dangerous. So ang mga anak natin, we normally guide them in using the internet. Hindi po pwede yung binigay nyo lang po si tablet, bahala na siya. Busy ka nagluluto, gumagawa ka ng lesson plan. Sige, ano hanggang ka naglulo? Pag-game ka. That's very, very dangerous. We don't know which websites they are now going into, di ba? Baka pagpasok doon, pornography site pala. No? Kasi marami pong cookies, di ba? Biglang iba yung pala na hijack na yung site na yun, iba na yung magpo-prompt doon. No? That's very, very dangerous. Accurate ba yung information na makukuha natin? So may means of verification. Okay? Sino yung authority nun? Bias ba? Okay? How detailed? Out of date ba? Luma na? Yung cross-check. May mga tinatawag tayong pre-evaluated subject gateways. Na filtered ang information at available. Alright? So dito, may means on how we are going to know if the information we are getting from the net is what? Accurate or authoritative. Who are using Wikipedia? It's an open source. Hindi ko sinasabi na mali ang information doon. Minsan, hindi verified. So you have to cross-check. Okay? With authority. Ano po yung mga authoritative na mga sites? Yung mga sites, yung mga information services ng mga agencies. Say for example, if you want to have information about earthquakes, saan ka pupunta? US Geological Survey, PBOLS, Japan Meteorological Agency. So these are authorities. No, you can find literatures there quite reliable, and objective. I want to talk a little about predatory journals. Alam niyo po kasi, if you go to the net, hindi lahat po, no? Especially when we are doing literature reviews, hindi lahat po doon ay pwede ninyong gamitin na information for your technical review. No? May mga journals po na ang tawag natin ay predatory. Okay. Ano ang ibig sabihin nun? Wala siyang scholarly value. Okay. Hindi mo siya pwedeng gamitin. Baka magiging, what do you call that? It could be doing harm than good. No? You pad your CVs with your publications na ang literature mo ay galing sa mga journals na ito, yun pala, predatory. No? No? Alright. Ano ba yung predatory journals? Meron akong isang paper dito. This was a paper submitted to the International Journal of Advanced Computer Technology in 2014. Sorry about the term. No? This is an article, no, that was published by that journal. Yan lang po talaga ang laman. No? Okay? Ngayon, si Dr. Peter Banklu, no, submitted this paper. Actually, hindi paper, no? Invento siya, nagsulat siya. No? He is a programmer, software engineer. No? He submitted this. No? He generated a simple program, no? Na makakapag-generate nitong 7-word phrase na ito. Okay? So he submitted that in 2014 to that journal. Yan yung hindi yung summary niya. Yan din yung summary. So, nung nirun yung software, yan yung lumabas. No? Ganun ito din. Right. Yan. So, yung review, ito. To the author's surprise, the paper received a very favorable review. Yan. Excellent. Innovation, very good. Relevance, very good. Presentation, good. Quality of writing, very good. Yan. Kaya, the paper was accepted with minor changes for publication. Submit the revised version of your paper, bayad ka $150. Pagka nag-submit ka ng ganyan, matatanggap sa mga predatory journals. Pero, it will reflect really, really bad in your professional, Alright. Tinignan natin yung review process ng International Journal of Advanced Computing Technology. Pansinin nyo. Kaya pala, hindi nakita. Ganun na nakasulat, blind review. No? Baka bulag yung mga nag-review. No? Di ba blind review? Pag sinabi mong blind review, hindi alam ng reviewer kung sino yung nagsulat. At hindi din alam ni nagsulat kung sino magre-review ng paper niya. That's blind review. No? I just took it personal. Blind pala, baka blind yung mga nag-review kaya hindi nakita na yun yung laman lang ng paper. No? So those are predatory publications. Nagbayad pa ng $150. Di ba? 15,000 pesos. Di ba? Another. This was a paper published by the Journal of Food and Nutrition Sciences. If you go to Google Scholar, magda-download nyo. This is the title, Cuco for Cocoa Pops. Cuco for Cocoa Pops. The surgical and neoplastic role of cacao extract in breakfast cereals. Please read the introduction. Dr. Shrine of Harvard University submitted that to several journals. It was accepted by 17 journals altogether. It's published. Published po yan. Nakakaiyak yan. Di ba? Nakakaiyak. Okay. So ito po yung mga halimbawa ng predatory. Okay? Bakit nagkakaganito? Okay? Kasi po, di ba sa atin, hindi ka magiging supervisor kung wala kang publication. Di ba? Major criteria in hiring, promotion, and grant awards. Pagka ang proposal writer ay walang publication, hindi ka papaniwalaan ng reviewers and funding agency. The pressure to publish creates incentives for duplicate publications. Ibig sabihin nun, yung paper, pinapublish na sa isa, ipapapublish pa sa kabilang journal. Ano? Split publications, pinaparami niya. No? Yung isa, hinahati yung data. Alright? Kaya ang nangyayari, walang scholarly value. Ano tawag doon? We sacrifice the quality. Kaya nagkaroon ngayon ng pagkakataon ang mga predatory publishers, but they are corrupting our academia by this, no? Yan. So gusto nila kumita lang, no? Hindi lang po predatory journals, pati predatory conference. You look at the internet, ang daming predatory conferences, magbabayad ka ng registration fee, magpa-apply ka, tapos pagdating mo doon, dalawa lang kayong presente. No? Predatory. Yan. So, they pray on academics, tayo yun, to produce, para sa tenure, para sa promotion. Okay? Ako, I receive an average of 3 spam mails per day. Inviting me to publish. Yan. So, we pay the editing, processing, printing, etc. So, hindi naman talaga ginagawa yung editing, processing, hindi na improve ang paper, pero nagbabayad ka. That's how they prey on us. Okay? It's a corruption of the open access publishing business model. Now, going back to literature review. The idea is that your reviews, your information should be like a spider's web. Tinahin mo yung information. Okay, these are points, these are information from different papers. You piece them all together towards that particular issue or particular. That is your issue. That is your problem. Okay? So you bring all together this literature, these pieces of information, tinahitahin mo sila so that somehow would connect to your research problem. Okay? Ganyan ang idea ng komprehensibo na literature review. Ano ang karaniwang errors sa pagre-review o sa literature review? Hindi logically organized. Basta't kumapal lang ang literature. Yan, nakaka-relate sila. Basta't makapal. Makapal na, okay na to. Walang logical organization. No? Itapon na natin yung mga gawin na yan. Di ba? Review isn't focused on most important facets of the study. Silpo, alupasi, kaskatan, patilan, namumawat, tawakan, review na. Di ba? Wala, hindi related. Wala lang. Nakita lang. Too few references or updated references cited. Please caution ha. Hindi naman merong mga timeless, yung mga classic talaga, hindi mawala ang site. Kukunti, kasi wala siyang resources. So do your best to have access to literatures. Review isn't written in author's own words. Ano yun? Pinaplagiarize. Tinatamad, kinat and paste, plagiarism yan. Review reads like a series of disjointed summaries. Balik tayo doon. Walang logic. Sinamarize lang si conclusion, si recommendation 1, si finding 1, yung sisimpunan. So, kanya literature review na. Okay. Review doesn't argue a point. Wala lang. Sige lang. Go lang. Recent references are omitted. Walang bago. Hindi mo establish yung state of the art. Anong bago? Pwede sa protocol. Something like that. May comparison, hindi ko na yung pupuntahan. You can have take the slides actually. Okay? So, please try to make links between studies. Lahat naman tayo nagsulat na before, di ba? Yung ating thesis, yung ating most of us. Siguro may mga master's degree na din. Agreements and disagreements. This agrees to the finding of A, blah, blah, blah. this conforms, this, on the other hand, does not agree, etc. No? By doing this, we make relationships between results. Pagka po yung literature nyo, kontra doon sa hypothesis nyo, okay lang yun. No? We just try to relate it. Huwag nyo laging hanapin yung mga kakampi nyo na literature. No? Hindi maganda ang paper pagka ganun. Walang challenge, di ba? Oh, be careful. Plagiarism includes using another writer's words without proper citation. Oh, kinopya na, may isang paragraph. Sa buong page, kinopya. No? Hindi mo lang sinay. No? Using another writer's ideas without proper citation. Okay? Citing a source but reproducing the exact word without quotation marks. Usually, di ba, pag sinabi natin yung sinabi ng ibang tao, it was quoted by somebody else. Okay? It has to be mentioned. It has to be cited. Borrowing structure of another author's phrases, sentences without giving the source. Hindi natin ina-acknowledge. The keyword is acknowledgement. Pag may sinabi ka, acknowledge. Na? Parang hindi ka mag-plagiarize. Magpa-plagiarize. Hindi ka ma-charge ng plagiarism. Borrowing all or part of another author's paper. Makikita mo, no? Yung paper mo, nakapublish na ba yung author? O yung data mo, something like that. Nag-usap lang kayong dalawa. Tapos mamaya mo, nandun na. Nakapublish na. No? Hindi naman ikaw ang author. Using paper writing service or having a friend write the paper. Okay? Minsan, yung mga paper writing service, babayaran mo lang sila. Hindi mo alam, plagiarize na pala. Ang daming plagiarism yung papel sa kanila. Okay. So these are samples of citation. Hindi ko nakabalikan, no? Because more or less alam niyo na to. Marami kasing manner of citing. Ano yung sinabi ni Ma'am Maribel kanina doon sa ethics? Pagka single author, De La Cruz and then the year. Pag dalawa kayo, De La Cruz and then the year. Pagka more than two na, the first author and then yan, okay. Siyempre yung conventions, it will depend on from journal to journal, na? Right. Okay, sa referencing naman, it would require a bigger or a wider, no? If you heard about referencing, cross-referencing, yung have you heard about Mendeley, EndNote, and Sotero? These are cross-referencing softwares available. Ang ginagawa nito, kasi po lahat ng mga articles na napapublish, meron siyang tinatawag na DOI. Okay? Ano yung DOI? Have you heard about the DOI? Data, Object, Identifier. Okay, DOI number po yun. Ano? Unique po ang bawat article meron nun. And then they try to link this so that when you cross-reference, halimbawa, sinite mo si De La Cruz, may mga naka-cross-reference din sa kanya, na madali mo din siya ma-access because they are linked all together, naka-network. So pag sinabi, you may refer to this, sinabi mo dun sa introduction, you may refer to De La Cruz for a more detailed information. In the paper, just click it. Pagka gumamit siya ng cross-referencing softwares. Alright, I think this is my last slide. Thank you very much. Questions? Pwede po magtanong na po sa akin. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Dr. Dumade. Now we will have our open forum. If you have questions or queries regarding our previous speakers, you are free to approach the microphone. May I request the two speakers to please proceed here in front for the open forum. From this side, do you have any questions? Sir, please state your name and institution for proper documentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Cassius Clay Madrid, sir, from Cagayan National High School. You made mention a while ago, and we know for a fact that once we tell to our students that our RRL must be 10 to 15 authors, sometimes we need that because that is to support our research. What if, sir, you made mention earlier that there is no RRL at all? At kailangan yun sa instruction natin na may idea, the idea is possible, but there is no RRL at all. How can we help the student to go on with the research problem?
I don't know if I understood your question right, pero you know, RRL strengthens your claims and strengthens your the statement of your problem. No? Patutunayan mo kasi na research ba yan? Sabi kasi ng literature 1 to 15, nagawa na yan. Ano? Sabi ng literature 1 to 15, kulang pa. So ito yung dapat kong gawin. Now, you are talking about the absence of materials. Alam nyo, you can access libraries. Ano? Siyempre, kung wala kang access at your own institution, you go to other libraries. Ano? Kung wala kang access sa internet, magpapakamit ka ng internet. Okay naman, you go to an institution na may access. Sir Mark, yung pa mo sa i-share natin na subscription, wala na. SLC natin. Alam nyo, may mga agencies tayo na nagpapayag sila ng subscription. NBSU, for example, we have a limited subscription to some journals. I think CSU also, Isabela State University, and other agencies na may mga ganitong resources. Ano? They can access to the internet, e-journals, Web of Science. Ano? You can ask them. Open ang mga agencies nito to help you. So you don't limit the sources of literature in your own institution. Kasi talagang limited po. No? So we encourage our students to access to these resources. No? We do our best to find the means to have access to this. Actually, it's a matter of calling, it's a matter of texting, inquiry. If we can share some information, madali naman kung gawin yun. We are doing that. Sa NBSU naman, ang mga estudyante doon, elementary and high school, they can always go to the university. Ano? Sumusulat lang sila, and then we grant them to use the library and our resources, pati nga laboratory. Nakaka-access sila para yung kanilang projects, yung kanilang researches, ma-enhance. No? Plus the assistance of our experts. No? Usually, pag kami mga bata nagpupunta doon sa group of 4, they go to us, pinapaupo namin kaagad yung experts para pwede mong tulungan. Something like that. So, nai-enrich ang proposal, nai-enrich ang kanilang literature, we share them the resources. You can do that also. I think open ang ating mga SUCs and agencies of government. Si Sir Mark.
Hindi ko yung sinabi ko kanina, if I may add. The estimator will give you a free access sa LCB, punta kayo sa office. But Sir Sancho discussed to me a while ago that if you would like, please write us a letter para sa ganun your school kung i-appeal namin or ilabi namin sa p-shirt na Sir Sancho.
Thank you, Mark, Sir Dumalian. Ang iniisip ko kasi rito is yung not only the benefit but yung mobility ng mga schools. I just went over the list ng schools. May mga malalayo kasi schools like Abulog, School of Fisheries, it's too far. And ako, sabi ko, parang burden sa inyo na mag-research. Kung ang layo-layo ng kukunan ng info, mamamasahe kayo, kasama niya yung mga bata. Siyempre, pagka may transportation cost, may pagkain din. So, ang iniisip ko rito, paano natin sila ma-encourage? Now, ganito ang ating strategy. You write us a letter, you mention in the letter your history of doing research. Probably you can write about your participation in the Science Congress, how many research papers have you submitted, how was it evaluated, kung winners kayo in the past years, this will show your track record. And then ang gagawin namin, as your RD, i-endorse ko ito sa PSHERD. Pagka ito ay inaprubahan ng PSHERD, ang magiging kagandahan nito, you will have your own. In your school, you will have your own, and you can access yung informations that can be that are in the content of LCBL. Ano? Mark, Engineer Mark, LCBL lang ba ito? Yung sa PSHERD? Scopus kasama rin. Ano? So, siguro yung iniisip ko, ano yung magiging criteria ko ngayon? Nakita ko, puro pala kayo taga-Cagayan. So, yun na lang ang aking criteria. Kung marami talaga kayong ginagawang research, we will endorse. Now, yung mga naman nagsisimula pa lang magka-interest, papalo naman kayo. Ang strategy natin, ang naiisip ko rito, you write us again a letter, siguro huwag muna kayong open access dun sa Scopus and Elsevier, magsimula tayo sa provision ng Starbooks. Yung Starbooks namin, ang programa rin yun, marami rin kasi content materials no, may mga articles din. And this is not even if you do not have internet access, you can stand-alone kasi ito, stand-alone na kiosk. So pwede kayo mag-request ng ganito. I don't know, siguro i-program natin, pinag-uusapan ko rin, i-mainstream na namin lahat ng engagements with DepEd. Ang nangyayari kasi ngayon sa atin with Director Carino, parang impulsive. Meaning, pag may ganito kami activity, tatawagin namin kayo to engage with you and present this projects of progress. So, ang gusto ko is may institutionalize lahat. So we're thinking of ways para may institutionalize so that we can support you. Yung support services natin, established talaga. So, tingnan natin. Again, importante that you communicate with us. You engage with us through a letter. I-official natin. And then let's see how we can respond to your request. Rest assured, lahat ng letter, kasi yung ating request mark ay 100 sites, 100 schools. So, pagka na-aprobahan ito, ilan lang naman kayo schools. Dalawa kayo ngayon, small portion lang ito. We can do that. Kaya lang, ang natin dito, kailangan gagamitin. Di ba? Kasi mag-install kami sa inyo ng tapos yung utilization natin mababa. So, we should monitor yung utilization. So, dapat gamitin para hindi masayang. But we will prioritize. Kung sino man yung nandito, you are now in the inner circle, tignan nyo, balikan nyo ako pagka hindi ko yan nagawa sa inyo. So, tignan nyo lang yung mga, isite nyo yung inyong participation at talagang kung marami kayong estudyante na gumagamit ng nagre-research at conduct ng research. So, yun lang siguro may tulong namin.
Good morning to all. I'm Evelyn Balmores of Tuguegarao City Science High School. On behalf of the school, we wish to thank DOST for providing us Starbooks. Kaso sir, request po, since medyo matagal na rin na na-install yun, we find it na medyo outdated na yung mga laman. So kung pwedeng i-upgrade, thank you very much. Another thing, since we are doing...
Bago kayo sumagot, done na po yan. It's done. So we will update the Starbooks. Done na po. Write us a letter and it's done.
Thank you, sir. Another, sir, since we are joining the RISE, kung pwede lang po na i-free na rin yung... Kung pwede, yung mga testing fee under DOST. Yes. Yes, sir. medyo mahal, lalo na kapag sa life science, sir. And it takes at least mga 3 to 6 trials. And then, for how many replicates? 5 replicates for 6 trials. Ganun po sa life science, sir. If there's a possibility na if you cannot totally free us, you can give us 50% discount or higher. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Sulit yung tanghalian ko ngayon. Ganito Niisip ko, baka magkamali ako ng sagot Sigilin niyo ako. Right now, we are giving you discounts. It's pegged at 25%. Now, yung fee kasi in the laboratories, I cannot just decide. Kasi it's a harmonized fee. It's the fee across country. So, ang gagawin natin, kaya ako malalim nag-iisip, anong strategy ang gagawin natin para mapagbigyan ko yung inyong request, which is 50% or higher. Pwede mo bang case-to-case basis? Halimbawa, meron kasi tayong, yung like for example, phytochemical analysis, screening, marami mo kasi dyan, paulit-ulit. Okay. Kung novel, distinct, yung inyong study, so ibig sabihin, sino mag-i-evaluate ito? Mag-i-create ako ng parang team of 2 or 3 na mag-evaluate kung distinct, novel, at nangangailangan yan ng or relevant and appropriate. Magkakaroon tayo ng criteria. So sabi ko nga, case to case, then we can come up with a MOA at baka hindi lang 50%, baka malibre. Okay? Pero ang usapan mo natin, siguro kasunduan, just to, an advance info, kailangan ito ay unique, distinct, and exciting. Sexy yung research. Kasi paulit-ulit yung iba talaga dyan alam niyo naman ang ibig sabihin, pagkaya mo ay sexy, distinct, novel, then may team ako mag-i-evaluate. Pag okay po yan, we engage through a MOA, and then pwede mo libre. Siguro yan ang maasabi.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. There is another question at this side.
Good morning, sir. Marlon Danat of Kignats. I just want to ask, sir, kung anong gagawin po namin kasi sa Science Investigatory Project, ang related literature na sa chapter 2. Pero may mga research po na ang RRL na sa chapter 1. Ano pong gagawin namin, sir?
You adhere to your format. Kasi may format ang investigatory, no? Is a standard format. Yun po ang susundin nyo. I think wala naman problema kung nasa kanina chapter, no? Kasi sa dissertation in chapter 3 talaga. So kung nagalagay po doon chapter, then you adhere to that.
Are there any more questions from this side? Good morning, everyone. I just would like to refer to you my experience with regards with this investigatory project, sir. From Lemo National High School. In Rile po. Tapos, may investigatory po kami. Tapos, kailangan po kasi namin ng bacteria from cat or from phlegm. Kaya lang, pumunta ako sa DOST, sabi nila noon, meron yung bacteria na yun. Tapos, in-schedule po yung pagpunta namin doon. And then, pagpunta namin doon, wala naman po. Kasi, specific kasi na dapat galing sa camp. Ngayon, sabi nila, punta kami sa CBMC. Hindi naman daw sila nag-accept doon na gano'n ang study. And then, pinapunta kami sa DA. Sabi naman ng DA, meron doon. Tapos, na-schedule po yung paglalab po namin doon. Nung pumunta kami, wala naman daw po doon. Kaya, naghahabol po kami para sa investigatory project. Ngayon, may lab po sana kami ngayong week. Wala naman po mga tao sa DOST. Meron pong passing na date, deadline na September 18 to 19. Ang investigatory project at ang contest for street. Kaya nag-worry po ako kasi hindi ko na po alam kung saan agency po ako pupunta na mag-test ng herbal candy po namin as an innovation na ginawa namin last year kasi yun po ang recommendation nila para sa amin. Yun, hindi ko po alam kung saan po yung pupuntahan po ng research ko.
Okay, hindi po ako sasagot niyan. Nandito si RT. Sandali lang ha, pero ganito po, ano, huwag kayo mag-worry. Pag may cup, nag-worry kayo. Ngayon wala kayong cup. Diba? Pagka walang cup, huwag na kayo mag-worry. Anong bacteria ba yan? Baka you just simply need an assistance para yan ay ma-isolate. Ano? Okay? Ang kailangan nyo, siyempre, baka, siyempre, DA, corn, meron doon. Walang cup. Diba? Baka may cup. Mark, tulungan mo ko dito.
Sir, meron silang bacteria pero hindi nga present sa cup. Kasi sabi lang, meron sila. O di, alam namin na meron po.
Baka may plan, pero
Hindi sila po sure.
Anong species? Anong species po?
Staphy at saka E. coli po sana.
E. coli?
Po. Tapos ang sabi po, baka po pwede po sa UPLB. O tignan niyo po naman, ang layo ng UPLB. So, researcher po ako.
Children. Yeah, ganito tayo. Okay, ganito po. Anong Staphylococcus? Anong species? Aureus? Kung sa laway lang meron yan eh, di ba? Oh. Okay. Ewan ko sa E. coli may regulatory ba? Anong maraming...
Sir Will, sorry po, sagutin ko na lang. Pumunta ko kayo sa office ay sa lab sa Lunes, ma'am. Meron ko yung staff tsaka E. coli. Basta sa Lunes po pumunta kayo, ito po ang hanapin niya. Ito po, papakita ko na yung magandang babae na ito. Now, we recognize yung mga ganitong problema. In fact, in the region, marami tayong ganito. Maghahanap ng hindi alam naman tayo may ethics board. Wala mo tayong supply ng mga microorganisms. Minsan mo, laboratory equipment ay kulang. So, ganito lang ang ginagawa ng DOST. Looking into the bigger picture. Pero ma'am, yung inyong request ay solved na. Ito, hanapin nyo si Ma'am Sara sa Lunes ay ibibigay ko sa inyo kung anong mga bakterya ninyong kailangan. Okay. But yung bigger picture mo ganito, kailangan at kayo ng ating ecosystem, dapat na-address natin ito. Kaya po tayo ay nagtatag about how many years ago, nung Cagayan Valley Laboratory Consortium. Okay, kung saan po, marami pong ahensya, I think more than 15 agencies are members ng consortium. Alam nyo, sa daming ng aking ginagawa, napakahirap ding tignan yung pangangailangan natin sa region. Pero ideally, alam niyo po ang gusto ko dito. Alam niyo ho kung saan kayo pupunta at any given time, gagamitin niyo ho yung inyong smartphone at sasabihin niya ho sa inyo kung ilang gas chromatography, HPLC ang available at any given time, PLC, AAS, yung inyong Staphylococcus aureus, yung inyong E. coli, saan makukuha, yung ethics board ba kailan nag-meet. Ito ho ay aming ongoing po yung ginagawa natin. Meron ko akong napansin na minsan, yung ibang institutions, napakarami nating equipment, pero yung iba naman ay zero tayo. So ang sabi ko, mag-usap-usap nga tayo para makatipid naman ng gobyerno, kawawa naman yung nagbabayad ng tax. Kung ano yung halimbawa, kung meron ka ng HPLC at 100 na yan sa region, huwag ka nang bumili. Ang gagawin natin, through OMOA, you can access these facilities. Okay? Kung wala naman tayong AAS, yung AAS ang bilhin ng isang institution. Kung wala ko tayong laboratory na, let's say, nagtetest sa soil, mag-create po tayo ng ganyan. Kung wala po tayong laboratory na pwede kayong bumili ng mga microorganism, mag-create po tayo ng ganyan. Yung hubang ganun na ideal na situation. And we're addressing that already. Kaya alam mo, aminin ko, mabagal na po talaga yung proseso. Dahil lahat ng agency ay makanya-kanyang direksyon. But in the consortium, kaya nga po tayo nagtayo ng consortium, ay para mapag-usapan ito at para we come up with a single united idea na ito po yung gagawin natin. So, suportahan. So, ganun no. Siguro, bago ako makalakad bukas, magawa natin yan. But we are now in this process, pinag-uusapan ho ito. Para makatulong ko. Sabi ko naman sa inyo, very familiar ho ako sa mga problema ng researchers natin sa DepEd. I've been there 20-25 years ago. Ako ho ay pumupunta sa mga science congress. Inaabot ho kami ng madaling araw para lang mag-evaluate. And I know your problem. I know your problem. So, bigyan niyo lang ho kami ng konti pang pagkakataon. Siguro, 5 puting buhok pa ho ang aking gagawin. Just give us some time. Siguro po yung ating ngayon, 3 to 5 years, maganda naman. Maganda na. At alam niyo na, may smartphone kayo. Ito nandito. Ganun ho dapat kadali. Kasi tayo ay nahihirapan na mag-isip na pag-state nga lang ng problema, ang hirap na. Nahihirapan ka bang mag-identify kung anong institution na nag-o-offer ng ganito. Wala kang facilities. Paano nga naman ho tayo how can we be able to love science? These are, the problem. So, unti-unti lang ho. Pag naging presidente natin si Dr. Dumale, tutulong mo sa atin yan. Sila ho ang may best laboratory sa citrus. The best in Asia. Hindi lang po sa Pilipinas. Sa disease indexing, sila ho ang the best. So, ito yung mga bagay-bagay na ni-establish natin. So, konti-konti lang ho, ma'am. At saka, sabi ko, Lunes, nandun na kayo at huwag po kayong mawawalan ng pag-asa. Hanggang may Ebola ay may pag-asa.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. In addition po dun sa sinabi ni Ardy, kami man po sa NBSU we start to realize that. Kasi pagka ganitong season, alam niyo po, yung division of Nueva Vizcaya, ay lahat ng schools may entry, both elementary at saka, kami po ang nauubusan ng idea Kasi pupunta sila sa amin, ano po ba, well, sometimes they go to us, wala pa po kaming idea for the investigatory project. Abay kung sino-sino yung tatawagin namin, umupo ka nga at tulungan mo nga sila in order to, well, we acknowledge that it's a good indicator. It's a good indicator na nagiging healthier ang interaction natin sa SNT. The thing is that tayong nasa field, we don't let our students feel that really at this point doing research as simple as investigatory projects are a big ordeal. Ang ipapakita natin talaga sa kanila is that the science is enjoyable kasi we are the agents who tell them that science is really not boring. Research is really not boring. Although sometimes it's boring. Di ba? Kasi, alam nyo, just sharing, umupo din kasi ako sa evaluating team, sa board of judges. Ang nakikita ko ay mga bata na pagdating ng presentations, parang 2 gabing puyat, na magpa-practice ng presentation. At pag humarap na sa panel, takot na takot. Di ba? Where is enjoyable science there? Di ba? Where's the element of discovery and human side of doing R&D? So although we have these problems, na pinipilit natin talagang ina-address to become more friendly to our students, we do our part by really telling them na may kabuhayan tayo dito. What I mean to say, may mabuti tayong mararating pagdating sa SMT. So that way, we communicate to them science as something like, diba, a good investment for us. Para maparami natin yung DOST scholars at saka yung mga mag-i-engage sa SMT. Bago po ako matapos, I would like to announce also that NBSU is one of the delivering institutions of the STRAND program. Yung capability building po ng DOST. Kasi we want to meet the ratio of researchers, scientists to the population. Ano? Nahuhuli kasi tayo pagdating doon sa ratio. No? So, every year, meron po kaming 10 slot for MS at 10 slot for PhD. Alright. Ang mga fields po ay agriculture, science education, forestry, agricultural engineering. Meron po kaming degree by research sa agriculture. No? It's a special program by NBSU. So, hindi po namin napupuno ang slots. Ibig sabihin, kukunti po ang takers. That's the reason why we're announcing. You know? Yung 10 na MS, ang hirap-hirap namin abutin. We have recommended, Jesse, lahat ngayon, kukunti. Yeah, walang PhD o isa. Wala. So, siyam ang bakante, no? Ang hirap po namin i-disseminate, no? But this is a good way of, di ba, improving S&T dito sa region. So, ina-announce po namin, I think meron ng MOA, sir, ang DepEd at saka ang DOST Yes, to that effect. At okay na po uli na mag-apply ng scholarship ang kagaya ninyo ng mga nasa DepEd. Sabi nga ni Mark kanina, 25,000 for MS, 35 for PhD. Okay? Please access. Full-time po ito, no? So, you will study for 2 years. Kagrantan kayo ng study leave ng DepEd, so you can have your degree, terminal degree, which of course you need for your professional advancement. So, ina-announce po namin. Secondly, nabanggit na rin lang din po ni RD, kasi po itong ating region ay banana at saka citrus country tayo. Meron po kaming services for disease indexing. Alam nyo, gusto natin na ang region natin ay free to the most dreaded diseases of citrus and banana. Sa banana, yung sigatoka, at saka yung banchita, yung BBTB. Although wala pa naman sigatoka rito. Tapos yung sa citrus naman, yung virus diseases. Okay? Ang serbisyo po na pwedeng itulong ng laboratory na yan na binabanggit ni Director Sancho ay we will be able to determine if your orchards have these diseases. And we can recommend cultural management para makontrol. No? Kung nakikita ninyo, sa tingin niyo may sakit, bring your samples to us and then we can assist you. In really establishing the health condition of your orchards. Okay? You just write, okay? Or you can visit, walk-in, bring your samples sa NBSU, Nueva State University. So, with that, maraming salamat po for your time. Maganda yung nagiging interaction natin. Mamaya, sigurado, mas marami.
Sir Willie, nagdagan ko lang bago
Yes, sir.
tayo magtapos at bago tayo mananghalian. Nagdagan ko lang, I definitely agree with you na importante talaga yung role nating mga teachers and educators. And tama yung we should not discourage our students. Importante na yung panlagi nilang pakiramdam ay excited silang gumawa ng investigatory o mag-conduct ng research. At kahit ako po, nung nag-judge ako ng investigatory project, I always end up yung aking comments na encouragement. And lagi kong binuboost yung moral ng mga estudyante. At yung mga may potential, hindi naman magagaling, pero may potential. Dahil magagaling pinatututukan ko. And we're happy to to inform you that some of them have become successful engineers already in the region. Well, not only in the region, but in the country. Si Engineer Hison is a DOST scholar. Produkto ho namin ito. So, natutuwa ho kami na may ganito tayo ng pool of experts na tumutulong sa region. So, importante yung sinabi ni Vice President Dumale na kailangan talaga ng encouragement. In fact, yun din ang sinabi ni Ma'am Ceci kanina na huwag natin discourage yung ating mga estudyante. Siguro kung meron man tayong nakikita hindi maganda sa ecosystem, sabihin na natin ecosystem, sa atin na lang dahil tayo ang mas malawak at broader yung pag-iisip at iba yung perspective. At yung mga bata, talagang i-mold din natin sa maganda. And eventually naman, paganda yung sitwasyon. Hindi naman pasama ng pasama. Paganda naman ng paganda. So naniniwala po talaga ako na kailangan ang role ng teacher. Isa doon ay i-encourage natin yung ating mga estudyante na gumawa or maintindihan at mahalin yung science, technology, and innovation. So tama po yung kay Dr. Duran. So yun po hindi naman tinuturo na sa klase. Kumbaga sa ating sariling initiative, huwag na natin kung bagutin yung ating mga estudyante at sabihin na paano tayo magpupunta ng research, wala tayong pondo. I mean, siguro po iwasan natin para makapag-generate tayo ng researchers, scientists, and engineers. As mentioned, ang prescription po ng UNESCO is about 420, ma'am. Tayo ngayon ay nasa per million population, tayo ngayon ay nasa 370 lang yata. So marami pa po tayong bubunuin. At malaki po ang may tutulong natin mga guro. So salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Sam. For now, that concludes the first part of our seminar workshops. We will continue on with the second half at 1 o'clock p.m. For now, let us all enjoy our... 1 o'clock na, sorry. For now, let's all enjoy our buffet located at the left wing of this room. Bon appetit, everyone. But before that, let us all stand for the prayer before meals. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Bless us, O Lord, in this thy gift, which we are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.